Hello, everybody.
Yay.
Bobby, you're muted.
Classic GM table.
Classic. No, there we go. Yay! Yeah, intro again. Fuck. OBS keeps like resetting my mic input to default, but also doesn't have my default mic as what default is.
At this point, it's just like a bit that OBS does. So
It's your thing.
it's gotta like run with that joke.
You open options and OBS just goes, eh.
Oh, did you downloaded Funny Goof OBS? I think that's the
God
problem.
damn it. That's
Yep.
what all the slide whistles are for. All right, so we're going to start with introductions for everybody because, let's be honest, players are why you're mainly here. But we are running a pretty cool game. We're going to get into that afterwards. Per standard for GM table, we're going to go clockwise. And today, starting up is actually Andy. You're in position 1. So who are you? Plug whatever you want to plug. Who is your character?
I am Andy. I work at an animal hospital in Atlanta. I play here as well as at twitch.tv/GMHina. And I also run a game here on Saturdays. I am playing Corwin, who is a Beastmaster elf. And he is a bit... He's really nice. I feel like that's his thing. He is just like, let's do this, very positive. Like,
How do I describe my character? Nice.
nice.
All right. So continuing down around, we got Jordan.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Pridgeon. I am at Jordan Pigeon on Twitter. I normally stream on Fridays on twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show on Wildcards. We just announced our new season. That'll be fun. So I guess keep an eye out for that. And I am playing Bolgo the Hungry, who is a like barbarian. I don't remember what his actual race is called.
It's just gonna be a barbarian. Like,
yeah, I'm a barbarian. That's what I am. And Bolgo is very food motivated.
yes. All right, continuing around, Mike, you're in the next slot.
Hi, I'm Mike. I guess since Andy said what he does in real life, I make beer, which is pretty cool, I guess.
Neat.
I don't stream anywhere else because I don't have nearly enough time to do that because I run 4 other games that I don't stream.
Just stream those games. That's the solution.
It's like taking a shit without a magazine, Mike. You're just wasting time.
Yeah, well.
That's why you got to bring an iPad, because then it's like it's every magazine ever.
Exactly.
I'm playing Leo Fiery, the cinder-touched cook who wants to be a celebrity chef. There's really not much to him other than that he's a demon guy who wants to be a celebrity chef, and he has great recipes for whatever we end up eating.
All right, so continuing around, another one of our guest spots, we got Eric.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eric. I'm a Twitch streamer, kind of playing a lot of RPGs all over Saving Throw. And we're announcing our new season of our show, Jordan. So yeah. So how's that? How you like them apples? Yeah. Yeah. You're like, it's not a competition. Why are you yelling? But yeah, I am playing Yanto, the animator, who is a ghoul necromancer who has to eat the flesh of people. I mean, he doesn't want to. He has to survive. It's all about survival, people.
I successfully got you to call yourself Yondo. I have now won. All right, so continuing around, we then have Ellis, one of our regulars.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I wear goggles. I go by Goggle Ogler. I don't stream anywhere else, and I have a job, but it doesn't matter because it's pretty boring. I am playing Rhoda, an 8-foot-tall dog man, which is called an Arkwolf. Markwall.
And so
Dog
far,
man.
Fire has
Dog
been our
man.
group's
It's called a
professional
good
trap
boy.
detector.
Yes, I am apparently the man who has a death wish but wants to go
Oh
down
my
in
God.
glory.
Everybody tends to have a 10-foot pole. You guys have an 8-foot dog.
Yep.
I have longer than 2-foot arms. I am a 10-foot pole.
And don't worry, Yanto will not let you die.
For long.
I do have a death wish. The death wish is evident in that my character thought he was destined to be a hero. Destined to be a hero. So he said, if I'm going to do the trial that you get sent to do to become a hero, if you do a whole bunch of terrible things, I might as well kill somebody on the way. I
mean,
get
yeah,
to skip
this-
the line. All right, that's my character.
All right.
So
And then finally, our last guest, we have Ellen.
Hi, I'm Ellen Delina. You can find me pretty much 24 hours a day on Twitter. I am the GM of Savage Worlds fantasy podcast, The Birdhouse Mysteries. And starting on Wednesday, you can find me on twitch.tv/CFTRPG with Savage Worlds Ravenloft campaign.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, you're actually going to be with one of our friends, Mike Hussman, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
I love the husband.
Everybody loves
And-
Hussman.
Yes.
Love that show.
And I am playing Oriana Lane, the Mystic. She doesn't feel like she should be here because she just killed maybe one person with a couple tentacles, and that's not that big of a deal.
Just
Yeah.
like one. I mean, it was 2 tentacles, but 1 person. I mean,
Everybody should
come
get
on.
like one tentacle murder.
That's what
Yeah.
Spider-Man says.
You gotta break a few eggs, right?
listen,
All right.
I was gonna kill like 2 people, but they stopped me after the first.
All right, and I am Bobby, GM Bobby, both here on GM Table on Twitch as well as GM Table on YouTube and the occasional podcast. But lately, I've been really busy doing this stuff. So, you guys, if you're new here, this is a game that might seem familiar. It might not. This is an OSR game. It is mostly based off BXD&D. This is from the Survive This series. This is a game that isn't officially out yet from Bloat Games called Survive This Fantasy. If you've heard of Bloat Games, you've probably heard of them from Dark Places and Demigorgons, another Survive This game that's essentially Stranger Things. This is essentially Dungeons and Dragons, but with bear people and 8-foot dogs and spells that let you summon tentacles. And, well, I'm pro all of these things. So, yay! Last week, you guys entered the Trial of Heroes. Most of you decided to be here out of desperation to get out of likely death sentences. A couple of you are here because you felt you should be heroes. A few of you are here because you felt you should be heroes, so then did things to get likely death sentences. Hey, little column A, little column B. You were lowered into the caves of the trials. From what you knew, the trials change every time from the rumors you have heard. It wasn't too bad. You guys solved a pretty basic puzzle once you realize that it's a basic puzzle that's constantly shifting with time. And you dealt with some undead. Luckily, you have a necromancer with you, which made all of that level considerably easier. Hey, is there undead anywhere near me? Because I just know. Now, you solved the puzzle. It lowered the pedestal into a new area. You're below the caves. Everything is marble. It's a large, empty chamber. You can just hear the faint echoing of your own movements. The ground, I guess the ceiling above you, it was the ground on the floor up, closes itself. It is darkness until blue torches ignite on columns.
I mean, my hat's on fire.
This is true. It is never completely dark with Guy Fieri. I'm sorry. I mean, what is
Leo
not
Fieri.
Guy Fieri?
Leo Fiery.
He's not Guy Fieri yet.
Yeah.
One day. You'll possess Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Oh,
I should get some
man.
makeup to cover up the red skin.
Yeah.
Get the frosted tips to cover the horns. We'll be fine.
Dude Fiery.
All right. So, as the chamber begins to ignite, there is a silhouette in the far end of the chamber, standing almost as tall as your 8-foot dog pole. However, instead of legs, it just continues down, pulling itself towards you. Seems 7 to 8 feet tall. Around its head, you see motion, almost as if there's maybe tentacles up at the head.
It's coming toward us.
It is slithering towards you.
Well,
Not
that
looking.
looks like a bad guy.
Not looking.
Maybe if we don't move, it won't see Bolgo.
Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Everybody gets a hero point.
Yay!
All right. So as you guys are discussing this, you hear slithering fully into the light, revealing this green Medusa with kind of a ripped fabric top, lower section, all
Don't look.
snake. However, her eyes are covered with a blindfold.
Oh,
Sliding in. It's not your movement you need to worry about me seeing you with. Hello.
hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
This is more personable than I expected.
Yeah.
You stuck down here too, or do you live down here?
Well, I can be both. My name's Lady Gorgana.
Lady Gorgana. Well, that's a lovely name.
A little on the nose, but
Why are you wearing that blindfold?
Nudges Leo.
All right, as
I
that's
would
going on.
think if I were a Gorgon, I would not want a blindfold. I'd want to turn people to stone so I could
Well,
win.
turning people to stone makes my job a little difficult. You'll notice as she's talking to each of you, the snakes on her head are what are making eye contact with you. And I work around this easy enough. But I turn heroes into stone in some other ways. You're here for the trial of heroes, aren't you?
Of course.
yeah.
Why else did they throw people down here?
Throw. Huh. How you get here isn't my worry. Let's see, there are 6 of you, rather large group, but I think I can muster something as she claps her kind of scaly hands together and they kind of make a gritting sound as she rubs them. And you hear the stone shifting at the outer edges of the walls. And the room begins to shrink as walls that were deep into the darkness are pulling forward into the light. And you're now in a smaller circular room, the size of where the first ring of pillars all were. There are 6 doors. In front of each door, sliding in front of them as the walls were closing in, is a statue. Each is a statue of you.
Oh.
Nah, I think you got the nose wrong. Gotta. Whatever.
Oh, this is the spitting image of Bolgo. I look good.
Yeah, you'll great. You'll great, Bulgo.
Yes.
Am I really that lanky?
Yes, you all are these horrible visages. But it's fine. Believe in yourself.
Well, isn't that the pot calling the kettle horrible?
Oh,
I'm just gonna look over at him.
I'm beautiful. As several of the snakes flick their tongues out at you.
You say that, and I just like bap you on the head.
All 6 of you made it, which means all 6 of you were deemed worthy by the fates, and judging by your visages being here in our infinite halls, it seems as if the fates were correct.
Yeah, we came for the undead. We stayed for the tournament.
Again, why you're here is of no mind to me. Simply how you escape. There is one more layer beneath this. As she steps back in the center of the room, pretty much the pedestal you guys were on is now a wooden circular hatch, which has kind of warped its wood to have 6 knots in the wood, each that descends where the knot is into a keyhole. You all pass, or you all fail, since all of you were deemed worthy.
Oh, so it's like everybody's got to do it or nobody can do it kind of thing?
I have a question. How
Yes,
does this
Paul.
work when you have different numbers than 6 people?
Did you see the rooms shifting around you, Bolgo?
I don't know. I was pretty hungry.
Yes, well, we bring in the right amount, Bolgo. We were very wise in selecting your challenge. Anyways, there is but one rule to these challenges. Each room has a key. Pretty obvious whose room is whose. That is the person who must bring the key out. However, anyone can go in with them. They can get aid in any way they wish. But that person's hand must be the one that carries the key across the threshold. As she looks at both Yanto and then not Guy Fieri, knowing both of your inclinations, you heard what I said.
So you're saying that perhaps could I, if I raise an undead creature, could it carry for me since it is an extension of me?
Well,
No.
What if it has your hand? What if like you chop your hand off and then give it to the guy and he carries it out with the key? Does that count?
well, Yanto,
I think we're onto something here.
from your experiences above, is there anything that would have told you that maybe someone could have made it this far already undead?
Not sure.
You can give me, what is your intelligence?
Intelligence is 16, so plus 2.
Roll. No. When you do just flat attribute checks, what you do is you roll a d20 and you're looking to roll equal to or below. So roll a d20.
Okay.
Rolling low.
Let's see. I rolled a 2.
So, reminder, because it has been a week and you guys are very busy with other games. There was a seal. Now, granted, someone destroyed the seal and blew it up. But, Yanto,
Someone destroyed the seal.
Yanto, you had
Poor
figured out
seals.
that seal would zombify people.
Yeah, and
There's nothing in the trials that has showed that someone couldn't have had that and still made it this far.
yeah, that is true. And I'm not entirely sure that those skeletons they had a master, and I don't know if we actually saw the master.
You did not.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
one of the rats. You don't know.
Master may have been incinerated for all you know.
fair enough. Well, that's good to know.
Or perhaps Bolgo is secretly the master.
Yeah.
The whole time.
We're not doing a Darth Jar Jar.
Well,
Okay, maybe we're doing a Darth Jar Jar.
Not
Necro bear, sir. He's not a man, he's a bear.
But with that, I have given you my spiel. My job for now is done. Is there anything else you need of me? Or else I will be off to my other pursuits.
No.
I think we're good.
See you on the other side.
Very well then. She then shouts, "Snakes!" and turns into a bunch of snakes. Just collapses into a pile of snakes and they'll slither into a bunch of different directions.
They just said they were just on the floor, just as a bunch of snakes.
Corwin's all excited and he like rushes over and is trying to like pet as many of them as he can.
Oh, yo, I got a great snake recipe, Bulgo.
Hang on. Bogo, I'm going to try something. I want to know if, because this is the first time I've seen this. I want to know if, can I do that but with dogs?
Just yell, "Dogs!"
just drop on all fours and see if I turn into
a bunch of
You
little.
can do that. I am
I'm
not
doing
tying
that.
your hands. You do not turn into dogs.
but
you
It was
do
worth a
that.
try. I don't know.
Just as my
Yeah.
favorite
Magic.
question when someone asks, "Can I try to steal this?" The concept of thievery exists. You can, these are things like anyone can do. Is it going to work? Probably not. But hey, go for it. But yeah, so there is a door for each of you.
Which
Well, I think we
door
should
is
go
for
through
each
mine
of us?
first.
All right. You're a cook, so if your door's going to have food on the other side, we'll go
So I'm
support.
thinking, we gotta fuel you up, big guy.
Yeah,
I like the way you think.
not a bad idea.
Taking a trip to Tastyville.
Um,
All right. Is everyone sticking together, or is the party splitting?
We should
I
probably
feel like
stay
we should-
together, right?
We should probably stay together, but part of me wants to split the half of the party that doesn't want to eat people off from the half the party that does.
That's not synergy right there.
Yeah.
That
I
means if
mean-
someone dies, their body goes to waste.
That's one
Yeah.
of those things where on the surface it sounds like a good idea, but as soon as you scratch the surface, that becomes a very bad idea potentially.
Let's stick together.
stay together.
So, as you come to your door, there's a click, a sound of hiss and rattling of metal. The door creaks open. You hear the sound of bubbling water. You smell the sense of spices and meats.
Ooh.
I told you, big guy, this is gonna be the room for you. I mean, it's the room for me, but you're gonna like it.
All right, so going
I
in,
like this place already.
going in to Leo's room. It is a massive kitchen.
Bogo's tongue
You
kind of
don't
rolls
see-
out.
You don't see any food out yet. It's just cutlery. There's pots filled with pre-boiling water. You know, the medieval equivalent of what would be set up for a food contest, where all the basics are already hot and ready for you.
Now, this is what I like to see.
Why, yes, it is.
Yeah, I know.
Coming
That's
from
what
the
I
back
said.
of the
Wait, who
room.
said that?
Coming from the back of the room is Morgana. Or not Morgana, Gorgana.
Organa.
Gorgon.
Gorgana. Is Gorgana in a dress now. Like this blue sequined dress.
I was
Just-
thinking like a 50s housewife dress, but I like yours too.
Oh, it's that same short, like, pinup cut.
Yeah.
I should know. It's just sparkly.
Same style, but sequins. Girl, rocket.
You
Really
decided
knows
to
how to
go
work.
with Fieri's test first.
It's
Quite
fiery.
interesting.
Fiery.
Sure. The fates tell me you'll eventually change it when people have problems with the enunciation.
Excuse you, it's Fire.
So, Leo Fiery, you wish to be one of the greatest cooks in the known world. You want to deal with some esoteric ingredients, make everyone happy?
Yeah. I mean, not one of the greatest cooks, the greatest cook, but splitting hairs.
Lucky for you, your key is right over there. And she motions, and there is like a pedestal of 3 pedestals, third place, second place, first prize, and first prize is a key. Second and third
Oh,
are just
This is easy.
empty pedestals.
Just gotta climb up
can-
on the pedestal and get it.
Well, I think some of our judges might not feel that way. As there's a puff of
I
smoke.
would respect you as a winner if you just stepped up and took it.
As there's a puff of smoke, and there are 4 judges. Actually, there are 3 judges until Gorgana goes and sits herself behind the table as well. The first looks like a starving peasant. Human, pretty standard. The second looks possibly elven, but in somehow more elven than any elf you've seen. Incredibly exaggerated features, almost otherworldly in their beauty, with nature-themed regalia, holding themselves as a noble. And the third, you cannot see their face. The cloak is black. The only thing darker than the cloak is the void within the hood.
So did
He's
you
the
all
mean
rent
judge.
together, or do you live here? You rent the condo? Like, what is the deal?
The peasant just goes, "How did I get here? What's going on?"
And yeah, I feel like Corwin's like, is it a male or a female? The elf.
You're dealing with a straight up fae. You're getting a little restricting in questions.
I'm like, family. And like wave my face.
One of our cousins. Yes. Are you the one competing? I really don't want you to be a disappointment to us.
Oh. No, I am not the cook, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, yes. Good.
So I look over at Gorgana and I'm like, hey, so are these the secret ingredients? And I'm like, he like turns to like play to a crowd and like pauses for laughter, but there isn't any.
Some special ingredients for you to work with.
All right.
Now, when you said are you motioning to the fellow adventurers or are you motioning to the judges?
Oh, no, the judges.
Ah, you are so close. And we didn't want things to end too early for everyone else. We cannot make an unwinnable assignment. So the fates have whipped up a little replacements. But do not fear. The ingredients are at hand as she motions. And you see off to one side are metal doors for an icebox room. And it cracks open and several more skeletons begin wielding this tarp-covered massive table on wheels out.
Are the skeletons the ingredient? We often tried to eat them. They made terrible sucking sticks.
I do appreciate your adaptability. But, Olgo, the ingredients are, as Gorgana goes over and pulls the tarp, and there are chopped up versions of everyone except Leo on that table. You!
Chopped up versions of us?
Yep.
Oh.
Interesting. Let's see. Is this some sort of illusionary or something? I'm gonna like just grab a piece of Balgo and just bite some of it.
Have you ever had bear meat before?
Probably not. They don't often die in places where I can eat them.
Because it tastes of bear meat, but you would be used to the very subtle spice of sentience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Do you feel anything, Balgo?
I feel hungry.
Okay. Well, I didn't... Okay, yeah. Works for me.
I don't feel any pain when he bites into Bulgo meat.
Some of these challenges are more deadly than others. This one's just a bit weird.
Corwin just has his back turned. Like, nope, not watching you guys take bites out of each other. Sort of.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many competitors are we allowed?
What do you mean?
This
How
is a
much of
cooking
the
show, is it
ingredient
not?
you're allowed?
No, competitors. Who says I have to work with him?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, that's charisma, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where's my D20? I think I knocked it down. Okay, grabbing a different one. All right, I've got a -1. Let's go.
I'm worse than you.
I got a 9.
A 9.
So-
She won't be incredibly livid. She'll just, if you wish to compete against your own ally, I don't feel as if you heard me when we first established the rules, but yes, you could steal this key from your compatriot. We'll see how well that goes. That might be entertaining.
Can I
I'm
be
up
one
for
of
a
the
challenge.
Do you wish
judges?
to compete? We could get ourselves a table of ingredients for you as well. It'd be a bit of a rush job, but
Fine with a rush job.
No, what are you doing?
well,
If you beat him, which you probably won't, we may never leave this place, you idiot.
let's Skillfist,
hang on.
go interact. We need something with the same kick as this table.
Wait,
No.
can I be one of the judges? I'm very good at judging if food is good or not.
Well, Bogo, we have judges. You could compete as well. I don't advise it. I didn't advise it to your other friend as well, but he's rather stupid.
No,
Put a
I
plate
just
together
want.
for you. Don't worry.
But you're welcome to be a taste tester for your friend.
Thank you, Leo. Try to go light on the me.
Actually, I'll help out, and I'm just gonna take like a haunch of that's ball goat. I was like, I'll just eat this one.
So, Goggle,
Yes.
how much of a family does Rhoda have?
I haven't considered it. Probably not one that likes him anymore. He killed people. Or a person, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I think part of it was avenging fallen family.
Yeah.
So-
Here they
Oh, yes.
are.
It was, yeah. Not as there's a bell coming from the chiller, the ice room. Oh, it seems they've acquired something. And one of the skeletons kind of comes out first and whispers into her ear. Oh, yeah, well, we didn't tell him it had to be fresh if he wishes to deal with that. Well, it appears our typical selection for someone in your situation has, well, it had been taken care of a while before, but you still may recognize them. As she snaps her fingers, the doors open and out wields another table with a blanket on it. There's a lot of dirt and like some dripping coming from this table.
Ugh.
They were going to kill your family, but if you're avenging your family, it's going to be the bodies of those you're trying to avenge. We have your ingredients for you, Rhoda.
Oh,
I'm still willing to judge if you need another opinion now that there are more competitors.
no.
So, Rhoda, I'm going to need a save from you.
Okay. What kind of save?
Sadness.
I was going to say, what is it? Fear?
Probably mental.
Yeah, it's a mental save.
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
good.
save. It's roll
Doesn't
under
even
for
care.
saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You don't gain any madness. It was going to be a
Oh.
lot of madness, too.
Oh, listen, I'm still like dying inside.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, before judges, there is nothing within the rules that you have to prepare them all the same thing. In fact, a little bit of a hint since you've looks over at Rhoda, probably like weeping slightly, since you've amused me a bit. I don't advise making the same thing for all of them. Their tastes are quite. The one peasant still there, just like looking over at the black void next to him, just in fear. Quite varied. So, you have Lady Gorgana. You have what appears to be a Fey noble. You have something dark. Might be death. Might be something else. And you have a peasant that's just really confused to be here. Your ingredient is all of them. However, it won't hurt them. There's replacements here.
Except maybe emotionally. Who knows?
Yeah. What do you make?
Oh, this is easy. We're going for friends 5 ways. So we'll start with something light to start.
Do you do the friends clap after you say friends 5 ways?
We're starting with a light appetizer just to kick things off. A little Yanto sashimi, as he's like slicing like thin slices of zombie flesh or whatever he is.
Ghoul.
Cool.
He's like just garnishing them up. He's
It's
like,
ghoulishly delicious.
with ghoul flesh, like, it's a very delicate flavor. It has a lot going on its own. You don't want to overpower.
Delicate.
I'm gonna add
Is now la 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 in the corner.
Just dry
a little
aged.
bit of citrus to really brighten it up, and some very thinly sliced. Well, whatever this kind of pepper is, it's spicy. It'll work. So he plates that up, and he's like, this is to get you guys started, and just like starts throwing the plates down. He's like, meanwhile, he's like, I got my two good pals, Bulgo and the dog.
On Bogo.
He's like, now, game meat can be a little tough, as we all know. He's like, so we're going to go for a little bit of a slow cook on the Bulgo. He's like, we're going to go for a nice hunter's stew. Going to cut that bear meat up pretty small so that it can cook pretty fast, since we only have, are we on the clock here? Do we have a time limit?
Well, eventually
Let's get a time limit. It'll make it more interesting.
I mean,
And he like throws like fire up into the air in like the shape of like a countdown clock.
honestly,
That's what-
Lady Gorgana just goes, delightful.
But it doesn't count down regularly because I don't think he can make it do that. So
Just
like,
to
every once in a
throw
while,
a
he's
new
like,
clock
"Oh,
every so often.
yeah, now it's that much time left. And then he's like, well, actually, no. It turns it up like it was 2 more minutes. So we're doing a nice hunter stew. Got some mushrooms in there, some wild onions. He's like, this would be great. We're gonna throw it in the oven. Just let that stew for a while.
I smell
Meanwhile-
delectable.
We're chopping up this dog. Dog meat, pretty tough. They get a lot of use out of the muscles, so it really, you really got to break it down. So for him, we're gonna do a nice like mincemeat pie style thing. Gonna chop this up. Like while the meat's browning in the pan, I'm gonna put together my dough. I'm gonna form it into a nice little pie crust here. Now you scoop some of that nice browned meat in there with some of the liquid, a little bit of flour, just so it thickens up real nice. Let it top on, then throw that in. He's like, where things get really interesting is the human. Human is one of the most delectable meats out of sentient beings that you can come across.
I
true.
agree.
Most of them are pretty lazy, so they don't have a lot of muscle tone, so the meat is tender.
I love how much
so-
of the party is just like, he's right.
And considering Oriana's like, I don't know, what are you, a wizard or something?
A mystic.
You can see she probably doesn't get a ton of exercise. So that meat's going to be real nicely marbled. That's something we're going to cook a little quicker. As you see, and he's like the torso, and he's got like a knife out and is like literally butchering it right there. And he's like, this cut right here is the tenderloin.
Can
He's
I
like,
aid
now-
by pointing out like different, better cuts? I'm like, hey, what helps is, what you want to go for is the calves and the buttocks.
It's like, well, no, those will take too long to cook. Too much connective tissue. They really got to break down. So from her, we're taking the tenderloin. That's like the filet mignon of humans. He's like, so this, we're gonna season it up, just a little salt and pepper. We don't want to make it too crazy. We're gonna let the meat speak for itself here.
So you're not gonna eat the calves or the buttocks?
No, they're all yours, buddy.
Okay.
So we're searing this steak off. Nice little human steak.
Corwin
last-
just reaches over and covers up Oriana's eyes while he's like trying to plug his own ears.
For the record, I'm okay if Gorgana eats me.
Oh. Turns to the crowd for like a woo, but
But there
no
isn't
crowd.
one.
Every time you turn to the crowd to say something, Bulgo claps.
Yay.
He's like, and how can we forget our good pal Corwin? Nobody is sweeter than Corwin, and that's why we're gonna make him into a dessert. He's like,
Yay.
now, to be fair, he's like, this is why I've had a bunch of his parts boiling in this pot this whole time. We're trying to render out some of that gelatin so we can mold something here. Gelatin, of course, comes from as you boil down the bones, the collagen and everything breaks down. Elf bones are almost as good as horse hooves. Not gonna lie, almost, but they are a little sweeter. Ding.
Corwin's just like, no.
I am so uncomfortable personally.
Right. Like trying to pull his clothes tighter around himself. Like,
He's like, so we're doing a little sweet and savory thing right here. So we got we got the gelatin going. We're gonna stick that in the cold box so it sets up a little bit with some of these flavors. Got a lot of fruit in there, a lot of stuff you find in the forest because elves like that shit. So then we're gonna take skin. It's like bacon, like pork cracklings, like elf skin crisps up real nice because there's like just that perfect thin layer of fat. So we're gonna crisp them up, little salt, little cinnamon, little sugar. We're gonna take that and it takes like the set up like Jello mold kind of thing out and like plates the little pieces of crispy skin on top. And he's like, I'll just do this little drizzle that I made from taking a little bit of his blood and a little bit of simple syrup. Mix those together, adds a nice little metallic bitterness that really offsets that cloying sweetness of the elf bone.
All right. So as
Bone apple tea.
as the judges deliberate and eat the various foods, I need you to give me a cooking roll with advantage because the Yonto's pointing out of different hides and Bolgo's audience participation.
Bolgo's like, if I don't get to eat any of this, I'm going to kill someone.
No, he's making 5 plates of each thing. So it's like one for each of the judges and one for Bolgo for each dish.
While this is going, we got a super fan shout out to Bolgo, Jordan. So Jordan, yay!
Yay!
Now, all of you who are rightfully morally opposed to eating sentient beings, I need a mental save from the 3 of you.
I rolled a 4.
The other 3 of you just feel ashamed. That's really all it is.
I don't at all, and I feel sad that he's wasting all that good meat by cooking it.
Well, it is a cooking competition. You can't cook it cold, as they say.
All right.
About
so
sentient meat.
What did Ellen and Andy get for their mental saves?
16.
What was that?
16.
16.
Not great.
What's your mental save?
8.
Ooh, all right. Roll 2d6.
Okay.
All right, Andy, what'd you get for your mental save?
16.
What's your mental save?
8.
Roll 2d6.
Okay.
I got a 7.
All right, so you have 7 points of madness now.
Oh, great.
You occasionally see flashes of spirits and shadowy movements. It's probably visions of your own desiccated corpse and constantly thinking Leo's coming to kill you. You gain a phobia. It's probably being eaten. And you have anxiety issues. -1 to all attacks, save stats, and skill checks. And inner voices will occasionally tell you to get the hell out of here.
Great.
Andy, what'd you roll on your 2d6?
A 6.
Hey, you have all of those same things except anxiety.
Oh,
Well, that's good. You don't have anxiety. At least.
that's nothing like me in real
You have a
life.
phobia of being eaten. You both also have -1 to mental save stats from now on.
Sorry, guys. I'm just too good at cooking.
You say that, but am I not cooking my family?
Oh, are you going to actually do this?
I'm going to be sobbing the entire time.
Okay, so first of all, what is your mental save? And you're going to roll with disadvantage. Take the higher of 2
Okay.
rolls. You're
My mental save is a the first one I succeeded on. My mental
Okay.
save is on a 10.
All right, well, you have disadvantage. You got to roll twice.
Okay, that's a 9.
All right.
A Apparently, I'm okay with cooking my family.
Wow. So no madness. That's good. Okay.
You're like, this isn't really them. As
Then
it's like,
This isn't really them, but I'm still sobbing and cooking them in the way that they like their favorite meals.
As he's crying into the meat, I'm like, he's going to oversalt it. He's going to
I will
oversalt it.
note your bodies still have grave dirt on them, and your mother's hand does still have her wedding ring. So
Oh no.
you can actually take that gold from the ring, the real nice garnish. Gold's actually edible in small amounts. So you break that down. I'd give you some fire to help real quick if you needed.
all right. So I need you to make a cooking roll as well. It's an intelligence skill check.
Yeah.
Mike, what did you get for your cooking check with advantage?
So I got an advantage, right?
Yeah.
So I had my int modifier and
You
whatever
should
my
have a
cooking skill is.
you should have a cooking skill that already has your int modifier in.
Oh,
all
okay,
the
that's
bonuses.
already.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is. So I rolled a 20, not nat 20. just
Wow, modified 20. Okay,
Yeah.
this is actually really, really good.
I rolled a 19. Perhaps I should explain what I did.
It's
I wrote something up while you were doing this.
Nice.
oh no.
I used cinnamon, cloves, and ginger, and then put it on a bit of mother.
Oh no.
Then put it over a spit. Call it Sweet Mama Spit Roast.
That's so sweet.
All
And
right.
she liked it.
Now that we
Mustard
have
seeds, spring onion,
alienated
and garlic.
all of our viewers,
Yeah,
Oh,
how many viewers
God.
left during that? At least 3.
we
Oh, this
Yeah.
is so. This hurts. This
so
hurts me.
as this is done and they start going with the roast, they'll eat it. It's actually fairly good. You beat a 15, so you did decent, Rhoda. Which is you're learning things about yourself, and none of them are
Like,
good.
hey, when we get out of here, I could really use a guest on the show, and you got just the right sad energy to make me look better. So if you're looking for a job after this,
Leo, each of the judges will kind of have a different favorite meal. You also beat a 15, so you're good. You did a 20, so now that there's a new competition, you still will win. But the Black Void without motion will just be, I enjoyed the sashimi. I see there's like still a few on his plate, and you see the robe like lean over towards it, and several of the pieces of sashimi like worm crawl towards the robe and go up it. The peasant will just be like, I've had bear before. It's the only one I ate because this is terrifying. But I mean, it's actually really good.
that
So-
was a revelation.
I thought I was a little gamey.
Gorgana
many
will be
pies.
the one eating the human steak
Yeah.
per your request, but also Gorgana's the one who would like eating human. So she's the flesh is very supple. It doesn't taste as if it's been preserved before at all. I don't taste pebbles in it at all. I can tell it's been very fresh meat. I appreciate this. The seasoning has been very good. And then the Fae is just he seems a bit of a disappointment, but this dessert it's probably better than anything you'll ever do with your life, and I can taste that.
Well, yeah, you like to put a little heart and soul into your food too, and the hopes and dreams of your friends.
So with that, Gorgana will kind of get up and it appears we have a clear winner, and in the background you'll just kind of see the peasant just be like, so what's going on, as the dark robed figure is moving towards the peasant, and they all disappear. And Leo, you have won. Now, I should note, Rhoda, a surprise contestant, and you actually pulled your own. You did great. We have a consolation prize for you.
Oh, that's great. Good job, buddy.
It is from one of the kingdom's soon-to-be world-renowned chefs, a mincemeat pie. Here you go.
Volgo comes over and looks over his shoulder and goes, are you going to eat that?
Take it.
I'll get you a copy of my
friend.
cookbook once it's written.
You're a good friend, Long Dog.
Oh my god.
I no longer have a name. I'm Long Dog.
I mean, I feel like this is both because you're a pole and a reference to Long Pig all at the same time. So
Suddenly, the type of dog I am is Greyhound.
she
Oh,
She motions over. The key flows to her hand, and she presents it to Leo. You won this competition. You gave everyone everything, but you did make sure there was something for everybody. Which
It's like, well,
good on you.
the soul of cooking. It's about you, the people you're cooking for, and that's what I like to bring to the table and to the kitchen.
I happen to like some of the people you're cooking with. As she looks over, and like you can see the fabric fold into a wink as she tries to wink at at Oriana's character after eating a steak of Oriana.
I'm into it.
All right.
You're like, it's weird, but like,
I mean, I'm stuck in a weird dungeon. I got to go with what I got. It's
Weird and kind of hot.
All right. You guys, you're not kicked out. You're still in this kitchen, but I have a feeling most of you would, at least half of you would like to get out of here.
you guys want me to whip up anything else real quick?
I mean, what else
No.
have you got? Look,
I mean, some of the dog families left, I think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat the raw corpses until I've eaten my fill for the day.
Just got like the big, like your stomach's all like distended, you unbutton your pants. You're just like,
Leo, I will be entirely honest with you. If you keep offering me food, I will never leave this room. And I don't think that's what you want. So I would recommend you tell me that there's no more food left.
all right, Bulgo. You know where there is more food? On the outside. When I open up my restaurant, we're gonna have a special party just for us. And Lady Gorgana, you're invited too. If you can leave this place. I'm not real sure about that.
I'll see if the fates will let me out. Maybe they forgot about the last time they were foolish enough.
I'm so sad.
Anyways, snakes! And she collapses into snakes again.
And the dress is still on the ground. They just all wriggle out of the dress.
Yes, of course.
That's why she's always wearing a different dress when we see her.
I should also note her blindfold was also blue and sequined this time.
Excellent.
I want to tell you something, friend. The whole reason I wanted to do this is I wanted to help. I wanted to compete with so that you'd have something to fight against, and it would make and you'd try hard.
Through the
I figured this
fires
is
of
what you'd want.
companionship and competition, we came out on top.
Mom!
And that's what's important.
Mama!
Rhoda, we would all love a friend who's willing to cook their family. We're glad you're that friend.
Especially when it didn't seem like it was necessary.
Or even particularly helpful.
I feel like Corwin is totally pulling an Andy from Goonies as they made their way back. Like, and then they ate my body, and if they ate my body, and they just diced it up. And
All right, so you guys make your way back. You
I
have
thought there's 3 characters. that
Can
got
I,
starred.
before we leave the kitchen, can
Yeah.
I just like pocket like a bag of nuts or something?
sure.
Dude, grab all the spices.
Given this group and what we just had, we're talking about like actual nuts you grow, right?
Little column A, little column B.
All right.
I don't know. Roll for it.
No, Rocky Mountain oysters going on.
Nat 20, what?
Is that actually a nat 20?
No. I actually rolled a 17 again, which is pretty funny.
All right.
No, I just want a few snacks for Volgo later in case he gets.
Thinking.
So there was access to produce once you started cooking. So anything other than meat isn't people.
Oh, then honestly, I'd probably just like stuff my bag with stuff.
Yeah.
And
you
it's
can get-
mostly like stuff you can eat on the go, like some fruit and nuts and stuff. And then like whatever spices are the very most expensive spices, just handfuls loose in the bag.
No, just grab the
this
container.
orange tastes like turmeric.
Too heavy. It's just
All
a
right.
sack full of turmeric.
Just
All right.
give me the container. I'll carry it.
All right. So you can
Silly
stock
me.
up on whatever that kind of stuff. All right. There are 5 more keys. The key you have, by the way, on the back end of it is like this carved stone portrait of Leo, just like in absolute terror. On one side,
this
and
is
the
my
other side
victory
is him
face.
like pointing and winking.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Well, I'm very anxious right now for reasons that we just saw. I would like to get mine over with sooner rather than later.
I don't want to do mine yet. You can go.
All right. So, Oriana, we come to your door. It cracks open, and you're met. Thank you for the new follows. You're met with
Hey.
that smell of old books, that musky parchment scent. And the door creaks open to a library. A vast library to the point that you can't see the end of it. Heading in, there are a few things to note. There are rows of bookshelves that just continue on. They go up about 3 stories up, and there are ladders to go up, climb to higher points. There is kind of a service desk with a card catalog and all the standard stuff up front, but no one at it. And there is a single table with a lamp on, and you see a letter or a piece of parchment on the table.
All right. I'll go up and read the letter.
It simply says, "Find the key with your ability. Sometimes the smartest solution is both the most and least obvious at once."
Okay. I read this out loud to my companions.
This is where you do an entire session of puzzles, and you're like, which one's going to make the whole game just grind to a halt?
I don't know. Is there like a card catalog or something in here? Just look.
I said there was a desk with a catalog.
Just look up key. Maybe it's just the. I don't know. I'm not a big library guy. Believe it or not.
That's not the worst idea.
I know.
I know.
I've had much worse ideas.
All right. Yeah. So give me an investigation roll with advantage. The DC's 5. Because you have a card catalog. It's pretty easy. Just don't fuck this up, basically.
And I was going to offer 8, but I guess I don't have to.
I'm beginning to think it was too much to hope that all of these would be cooking related.
I'm sure yours will be eating related, though.
With advantage, it was an 18.
Wow, yeah. So you very quickly go, go, pull through, and as you're skimming through these areas, and you'll notice most of the drawers feel like they could just go out for forever, but how their split key is towards the front of one of the drawers. And you go and you feel that there's actually something between the dividers. And yeah, the key's just in the card catalog.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I pull the key out and I say, Leo, you're a genius.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the key master.
Do you mind if I eat some of these books?
Rueworks, is that hero point for Ellen? That you dropped those. And also thank you. And guess I'm Salad. Also, who is
Hey, guess I'm Salad.
But yeah, the key was simply in the card catalog.
Let me just plug Rueworks and Guess I'm Salad are both the other 2 players in that upcoming Curse of Strahd stream. with me
Nice.
and my husband.
So what I'm hearing is that they're trying to suck up by spending all these points.
Hey, bribery 100% works.
Sure does.
All right, so that sounds like, Ellen, you get 2 hero points. And you guys got through Oriona's. I just want to keep calling it the Orleans, and I don't know why. Oriona's 1. You have her key.
Perfect.
Simple as can be. One side she's in terror, the other side she's looking fairly confident.
She's not looking like either of those right now.
We're all a little worried that it was a little too easy.
Yeah, I'm looking a little anxious about it, but I'm holding the key and walking out the door.
Okay. Yeah, and
I
like
guess I'm salad is saying things that they're accurate, but I'm not happy.
All
Well,
right.
I guess there's no time like the present. Let's go forth and see what challenges await me.
All right.
All right. So Yonto.
So we walk out and it works and everything?
Yeah, it works.
Nice.
Hey, there's 6 puzzles I gotta fit into one session.
Man, people die down here? This is so easy.
It is just as likely Mike didn't say anything and people I'm gonna go try and find key on the bookshelves.
Yeah.
All right, so Yonto, we get to your door. It opens, and you hear the faint sound. Would Yonto listen to classical music at his home?
Yeah, maybe when he was alive. The pleasures of the living don't really appeal to him.
Pretty much, like, how would Yonto have a fine meal set up at his home with his dining room and everything?
If he
Jazz.
had his way, which he never does, he would have the corpse of a freshly dead, barely, he's not someone too old, not someone too young, maybe in their 20s, just like sprawled out, ready to be devoured.
Just like the
With
whole
table
ass body,
settings.
just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
With table settings. Come on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
A
with full
fork and a
settings.
knife.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
you
then
go.
he would use a knife and fork, and not rip it apart with his bare hands like he usually
Yeah.
does.
This
It's
is a
a-
special occasion.
It is an elegant dining room you come into.
Yeah.
Long dining table. There are plates of various parts, all strewn. They do tend to have Yondo's same ghoulish skin tone to them.
Mm.
like Corwin is still pretty scared, so he's just like kind of he avoids looking at what's on the plates on the table altogether and kind of walks behind the bigger party members like the dog and Bogo. Wait, what?
Rhoda's just gonna like hug you to his chest as he looks at the door.
I should also note at the center of the table is a much larger platter. Looks like something maybe big enough to like serve a turkey or something with a big metal dome over it.
well, the key's just under there, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
get it and leave. If it's
Oh.
as easy as last time.
Perhaps let me see. I shall lift this.
As you lift it, it is Yondo's head, its eyes open. Hi, me.
Oh, hi.
I have a riddle for you.
Oh, lovely.
All right, let's see if I can remember this. Okay.
Well, I certainly can't.
Haha! Yeah, that's quite true. All right, you make what none should eat and eat what none would. Looks over, like the head turns towards Bulgo. I don't know who wrote this. An artist of sorts with fabulous retorts. Oh well, that part's quite true. And conserver of masses by reusing asses. I ask of you to find a clue, for in finding the key, you need to simply look in where? I apologize for my bad Yonto.
Did you write that, Yonto? I didn't like it.
I never had
Now,
much.
There is a bunch
Max
of
from
presumably Yonto meat on the table. Does Bulgo end up eating any of it?
I think, as crazy as this is, Bulgo has just eaten a lot.
The
So
order
he's
you guys
okay.
picked this has actually come out really in your favor.
He is okay not eating Yonto for a little bit.
If he gets bored, then he might just start boredom eating.
I mean, if it turns out that no one is going to eat Yonto, he probably will. But
How long I'm gonna waste?
All right. Sorry, me. Could you mind one more time with that damnable riddle?
Yeah, no problem. You make what none should eat and eat what none would. An artist of sorts with fabulous retorts, and conserver of masses by reusing asses. I ask of you to find a clue, for in finding the key, You need simply to look in where?
The answer, the rhyme pattern fills with me.
Mm-hmm.
So look inside me. I guess all right. And then I'm just gonna start opening like opening up like the is there like a body cavity or like anything I can like search
So what
within
he's talking from is literally just a head on a plate, but there are different pieces. There'd be a Yonto roast there.
Yeah, so I'll check inside the roast.
All
It's
right.
raw.
So when you go to rip open that roast, roll a d4 for me.
Do I have to? D4. I roll a 4.
A 4. All right, that item is actually made of ham.
Ugh.
Bricked.
Gross.
Turns out to ham. Ooh, tough luck, other me. And then you hear from the corner as a side door swings open. It really is, as a version of Yonto entirely made of ham enters the room, pulling a knife.
I eat
Bongo.
this version of Yonto.
So everybody, or actually, this is Yonto's room. So Yonto, you can roll initiative. That's a D6 plus your initiative modifier.
I like that your immediate reaction was Bogo.
I rolled a 3.
Cool. I
Plus
rolled
0.
a 1, so you're good. You guys get to go first.
Hey, Yonto, do you like ham?
You're Yonto.
Oh, that's right. Bongo, do you like ham? I was asking myself.
I
Um,
mean, you know what we like.
Yeah. All other food turns to ash in my mouth.
You know it.
Bolgo rears up on his rear legs and growls like a bear and goes in to try and attack the ham
Yeah,
man.
give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Man.
Sorry, my screen keeps going dark and I have my
Oh wow, this thing has a high toughness. The ham Yonto has a high toughness apparently.
Oh boy.
Toughness is DR, so
Okay. I got a 9. I was gonna say, can I use one of my hero points to re-roll that?
You
though?
can.
Right. Because that's not very good.
no, that is not very
Olgo
good.
needs to
Bobby,
eat.
what do the 1,000 channel points buy?
We'll just say it's a table fate chip because I have figured it out. So I got a fate chip for you guys.
That re-roll turned into a natural 20. So
Well, that means you get to double your damage.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'm attacking him with my knife. My Eaton knife.
You're eating nice.
Giant ass knife.
Yeah.
So I add my strength modifier to the damage, right?
as well, yeah. For melee, yes.
Okay, so do I roll the dice twice or do I just double it?
You just double it, which means you also double your strength mod.
Oh yeah.
You double the
All
whole
right.
thing.
I got 16 damage.
Wow. So, Ham Yonto had a toughness of 4, which is ignoring 4 points of damage is pretty insane. I also rolled his hit points, which was a d6 plus 1, and rolled a 1. So he had 2 hit points. You eviscerated this as you cut through, and the only thing is right at the center of the body as you slice through it is a ham hock bone, as the body's just kind of flailing at an angle of just
And
honey
Volko
glazed
just-
ham.
Bolgo just devours this ham Yonto.
All right, what does? Well, that was a bad choice.
So, all right. So there are other. How many things are there to choose from?
Probably several dozen things. It's the whole body just butchered.
Check his mouth.
Yeah, that was my next thing. I'm going full on. I don't want another ham toe situation, and I'm just gonna reach inside the mouth.
Hamato.
So you cram your hand just. Oh well, what are you gonna pick? Oh! As you reach it, you feel something.
Give me that key, you idiot.
And as you pull it, you hear a crack as it just snaps the back of his head. And it just pulls a chunk of him out. And yeah, the one thing that was actually Yonto was the head. Everything else could have been made of ham, tofu, modeling chocolate or was inflatable?
Inflatable would be
Like
funny.
the inflatable one.
All right. You have Yonto's key.
Yay!
I'm gonna step my dog out. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Okay, that leaves us between.
I was gonna say,
Bogo
actually,
and
with
Bogo.
him doing that, we're 9 minutes early, but let's just do our bio break a couple minutes early because that's a good time for it. So
Okay.
we'll all be back
We're-
in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, at three
Away!
3 out of 6 keys.
Yeah.
Position. You're playing the most phenomenal game ever created. Your skin grows cold from your first glimpse of the enormous beast. It's a product of your imagination. Survival depends on a quick, decisive move. Your choices are limited. Stand and fight, or run. Use your lightning bolt. Victory is yours.
Win the treasure.
TSR Hobbies, Dungeons & Dragons game. Products of your imagination.
Challenge your imagination to come alive and to battle with the creatures of Dungeons & Dragons. Grapple against the forces of evil as a Marvel Comics superhero. Hunt adventure and glory as Indiana Jones. The all-new role-playing games of TSR and Dungeons & Dragons. Unleash the power of your imagination.
Open your mind to Dungeons & Dragons computer game from Mattel Electronics. It will lead your imagination down a dungeon labyrinth wherein lies the dragon's treasure. Steal his treasure, but make no false moves. For in Dungeons & Dragons, a dead end is a dead end. Dungeons & Dragons from Mattel Electronics.
Only from the producers of Dungeons & Dragons games. From the very center of the great spiral galaxy to the only planet offering Star Frontiers game. Driven by a force unstoppable. Not knowing why, but programmed to purchase.
Star Frontiers game.
Star Frontiers role-playing games, products of your imagination.
Now, Bobby. Let's go. Wow. Thanks, Bobby. No sweat, Diana.
Your time has run out.
Come on, we've got to find Dungeon Master.
Give me your weapons.
All right, quickly now, Bugles, hurry!
You cannot escape. This game is ended.
Abra Pamir! I'm dreaming. Don't wake me up. I can't look. Sure you can. We did it. We're home. Home, sweetie.
Middle-earth is back at Denny's with the build-your-own Hobbit Slam. 20 delicious options like sweet potato pecan pancakes, hearty breakfast sausage, and honey-caked French toast. A meal to satisfy the hungriest of hobbits. See The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug.
All seek it. All crave it. And now you can own it. Possess the most spectacular and exciting vision of Middle-earth.
They are coming.
When The Lord of the Rings comes home on VHS and DVD.
This ring, it must be destroyed.
If you do not find a way, no one will.
The Lord of the Rings on VHS and DVD.
I know what I must do.
Claim possession August 6th.
Now relive the magical adventures of the movie Willow with these amazing characters that bring the story to life. There's the heroic swordsman, Matt Mardigan.
Oh, and this war for you?
The evil sorceress, Bab Morda. The dreaded General Cave.
I'll crush the rebels!
And brave Willow himself. The epic battles, good versus evil. You can bring the magic of Willow home with collectible figures, vehicles, and accessories, each sold separately. Willow, the magic lies within.
Enter the world of Tao, where mighty warriors battle the evil warlord. Kick into action. Seize the power. Fight the forces of darkness.
Root to the rescue!
Be a warrior of virtue. The Rubes have arrived. Warriors of Virtue action figures each sold separately.
He's Hercules, Tower of Power, he's Hercules, feels power and might, he's Hercules, Tower of Power, he's Hercules, loves a monstrous fight.
Slash his power sword against the man-eating Cerberus. Shoot his power bow and arrow at the three-headed Hydra. And wield his power assault blades to cut down the evil Echidna.
He's Hercules, Tower of Power, he's Hercules.
Legendary Hercules and monsters all sold separately. Figures do not go on their own.
From the hit series Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, here are 3 new exciting episodes on video cassette, starring Kevin Sorbo, Michael Hurst, and for the first time ever, Lucy Lawless as Xena Warrior Princess.
Boy, you know how to show a guy a good time.
Don't talk, fight!
A trilogy of her debut episodes featuring her transformation from evil
When Hercules realizes that he's killed his best friend, he'll be ripe for slaughter.
into good.
We're on the same side.
All the action, humor,
Please don't kill me, please, I beg you!
and heart-pounding excitement that's made Xena the worldwide phenomenon that she is. In 3 original episodes that started it all. The Warrior Princess.
This what you do to all your warriors, Xena?
Only those who don't follow my code.
You were great. No, better than that. You were amazing. She's using you to get to me. Quit talking and get a weapon!
The Gauntlet.
There's not a man here who'll raise a hand against me.
Begin! We're going after your army. Why don't you join us?
No.
And the Unchained Heart.
I'll make sure you stay dead this time, Darkness!
It's you who dies this time.
Is this what it feels like to be you, Hercules?
I think you're just finding out how good it feels to challenge the forces of evil.
The Xena Trilogy.
You're lucky she's in your life.
Coming soon on video cassette. And don't forget these...
I don't know what that means for Corwin.
Hey! We're back.
Hello.
Hey.
We have gone through 3 of the 6 trials of heroes for tonight. Lots of eating people. But hey, it happens. Sometimes.
To be fair, we weren't given non-people options to eat.
I am.
Hey,
like,
does Yanto made of ham count as people?
Is
That's
it
definitely on the
people?
line.
It's
if
ham.
anything, that was a golem. And
Yeah.
not people.
A ham golem.
Ham golem.
Corwin, I feel like
Need to stat ham golems.
you know, if I have to watch anyone eat or pry apart another sentient creature, I might have a mental breakdown and just pushes open the door to his challenge.
Let's just tear into all these bodies.
Right.
You are met
Has
with the
nothing to do with
stench
you,
of
but-
death.
I quit. Leave me here.
All right. So, you push your door open. It's up to you guys if you follow. I know you guys didn't want to split the party, so I'm just going to assume you guys follow unless said
We're a
otherwise.
team. I think we're all in.
For a moment, you think you step outside. In fact, like it feels very much like it's a cool night air. You see stars in the sky. You're on a path lined thick with trees.
Corwin just like closes his eyes and he's like, okay, this is kind of nice. Can we just stay here for a minute?
All right. Bogo just sits down.
I'm kidding.
My inner asshole is saying, if you close your eyes, it might be gone when you open them. But that's not what my character's saying.
So,
I'm like, no, Bogo, not for real.
Oh.
We can't stay here.
All right. Bogo gets up again.
I'm going to just hold my hand out to help you get up.
I would take it and help up.
You help out Bogo.
I wasn't
Guys,
sitting on Bogo.
You guys continue. The path doesn't go that long until you hit a fork. It's actually a bit of a clearing. It's this round clearing. You're coming from just for visual, you guys are coming from the south. The center of the circle has a campfire. There's a path to the east, to the west, and to the north. So it's basically a four-way cross. Next to the campfire, kind of covered with a little bit of dirt, just kind of strewn next to it, is an envelope with a wax seal.
Going to move
Hey,
forward.
there's your key. We found it.
Yeah, I wish. And I'm going to move forward and pick it up and use my dagger to like pop the seal.
It is simple. It is written in Elven, and it is incredibly elegant. It's done with calligraphy. It appears to be a kind of invitation. Master of Beasts, you are cordially invited to speak with the Fawn King. He has a reward for you. Find him, and it is yours.
Okay. Well, he would fold it up and tuck it into his pack and turn around and be like, we have to look for the Fawn King.
The Fawn King?
Fawn.
Fawn.
Ah, wow. You got that weird accent, so it's hard for me to understand. I got you now. The Fawn
That sounds
King.
pretty funking good.
All right.
Leo's all, I found the Fondant King.
Oh, we're looking for the Fun King.
Oh, the Fun King. Perfect.
Sorry, Fun King. We can't come to your party later. We gotta find the Fawn King.
Hey, man, it's cool.
Um,
Just a goblin with fucking visor shades.
Can I roll and see if there are any animals in the vicinity that I can communicate with?
Yeah.
Let's see. So it is a dice check 12 plus the animals hit dice. So that's for training, I guess.
Yeah.
So what should I roll to do that?
This would be wilderness survival.
Wilderness survival. Okay.
Your DC would be 15. Pretty standard DC. If you beat a 20, you might even get something else.
I can aid.
No, it's not a crit. It's a 2. So
Yay!
yay!
Nothing?
I like Corbin closes his eyes and he's like, I don't sense any animals here. I'm sure that they're here though.
Not wilderness survival?
Yeah.
All right, sure, let's do this. How's a 19?
A 19. All right. So sensing. Look around. Yeah, the ranger has crazy good skills too.
I rolled a 14.
You don't. Oh yeah, because a +5 is so common in OSR. You don't notice any tracks nearby or anything like that, but you're in a crossroads, you're in a clearing with a bonfire. Like, wild animals don't go near fire. It's a big reason why you make a fire at a campsite.
I feel like with that, Corum would probably kick dirt and start trying to snuff out the fire.
Hey, what's that fire ever do to you?
I'm sorry. Could you, hey, Hothead, could you tone it down a bit? Like asking about.
That's not usually what I do with them, but I guess I could.
All right, so you put the fire out. You start.
I can just
hear,
literally like snap my fingers and it can go out.
You start to hear movement in the forest around you. Still nothing coming near you, though.
I feel like Corum would try to call him forward again.
Yeah.
A little more.
You could do wilderness survival or charm.
I'm gonna do my charm, I think.
You want to use anything to try and lure him out?
Maybe some of the rest.
You want my nuts?
Yeah, I do.
I got pistachios and almonds. You can take your pick.
Almonds. And I would reach back and take his nuts.
All right.
We're doing that. Okay.
Hey, we devoted how much of Tuesday to Nana's hot buns? So
You're right. So yeah, I would try to call them out now using my charm and 11?
11. All right.
Or 12, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Oh, wait. You said you are using the nuts. So you have advantage.
Okay. Oh, let me roll.
If you're using food, you'll have advantage.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, nice. So with food, you start, making some sounds. You go as non-threatening as possible. You probably get some distance from Leo and his flaming head.
Mm-hmm.
And out from the brush is a stark bone white deer, a buck with massive antlers. The antlers seem almost silver. Hanging from the top of one of the antlers is a key.
Oh. I am going to speak really soothingly and calmly to it and be like, "Are you the Fawn King?"
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Seven.
All right. I need some dice. Give me
wait. Can I use a hero point?
You can use a hero point.
Oh, much better. Okay.
What you got?
So that is a 15.
Nice. It drops one leg, it lowers its head, lowering the antlers to where you can reach the key.
Watch out, I think he's going to attack.
Yeah. I jump when he says that as I'm reaching for the key. Buck probably scatters back a little bit. And I'm like, I'm
gonna
sorry.
swat Leo.
And I would reach forward and slide the ring off. But as I'm doing it, I feel like Corum with the other hand, he has to pet the furry creature. So he pets its head gently, and then strokes its neck. And he's like, "Are you stuck down here? Do you need help?"
It kind of lifts its leg up, looks at you, snorts out some air, and then runs back into the woods.
I feel bad for him trapped here, but Maybe he's not trapped. I don't know. He doesn't seem to want my help. And I turn around and I feel like Corwin's saying all of that to himself as he like.
Maybe I don't care.
And I'm like, ta-da!
Bolgo puts his hand on your back and is like, we're all trapped in our own prisons, aren't we?
That is very astute, Bolgo. Yes, that's right.
I should also note, though nobody looked back, you guys will definitely see it when you're heading back. You don't see like walls to a dungeon or anything on this side of the door. Heading back towards the door, it is like a Fey archway that you're walking to.
I'm like, maybe we're not.
I'm going around the door.
All right. So to do that, you're going to have to step off the path into the woods. Do you want to do this?
I feel like.
Is it mostly clear?
It is incredibly dense and
Never
twisting.
mind.
Yeah, I feel like no. I feel like we're in the Feywild.
I was going to say, anyone trained in magic can do a magic roll to inform Rhoda the likelihood of things going on here.
Oh, wow. I'm really good at that. Who would have thought?
Wait a second. How tall is this door?
It is, honestly, it's probably about 6.5, 7 feet tall.
Well, I rolled a crit fail, so I'm like, yeah, no, I think we're not even in the dungeon anymore. Let's just not go back.
Let's just live here. We have everything we need.
Like, my current thought is I just climb over the door.
You could.
Yeah. I'm 8 feet tall. I'm already almost half the way over.
You duck through most of our doors anyway.
Yeah.
When you pull yourself up over the door, like up, you're going to be met with something very interesting. In fact, everyone here is going to be met with something very interesting, especially since you guys haven't gone down other paths or everything. You'll be on like the left half of the door to get with the ledge and pull up. Coming up on the other side, on the right half of the door, is Rhoda. Rhoda, when you look over the door, you see everyone that's on this side of the door, just from a new perspective.
Rhoda's there twice.
Give me a mental save.
It's a duplicate Rhoda. He's trying to attack us.
Anybody want to shoot Doppelganger Rhoda
what happens
in the
when
head?
you tie the number?
You pass.
Oh, cool. How am I doing this?
I think it's us. Just
now, part of me wants to continue climbing. Just drop over and just let the replacement take me.
No,
But
you drop over and you're
okay
over the thing, and you're in front of the rest of the group.
All right, let's go.
Is this the same Rhoda or is this a different Rhoda? I'm confused.
You're right.
We'll never know.
Do they smell kind of the same?
Oh, they smell very much the same.
Identical.
Seems the same to me. Let's go.
This place is weird, and like open the door.
All right.
I wanted to see if going in through the door backwards would change anything. Clearly, that's impossible.
Look, if you guys end early, I now have just an ace up my sleeve. Little did you know. No, so heading back in, you guys have 4 out of 6 of the keys.
All right. Well, Bull goes down to do his if no one else feels like it.
You spoke first, so go ahead.
Okay.
Eating competition?
Bulgo will go towards the one that has Bulgo on it in front of it.
Yeah. It's Bulgo. Bulgo sitting on the ground with his fists in a honey pot.
Oh,
that's classic Bulgo.
that's the classic.
I've got my face stuck in many a honey pot.
All right. So, as you open the door, you're met to a rather large room lined with shelves of pastries and sweets.
Bulgo likes Bulgo's challenge already.
In the center of the room, forming from a pile of snakes, is Lady Gorgana. In
Hello.
another dress, this time kind of like a red with white polka dots.
I was hoping you would say a meat dress like Lady Gaga.
No, that would be asking for trouble.
Lady Gorgaga.
Let's just, oh,
Yay!
Can she be played by Lady Gaga? I think she is.
I mean, if you want her to be.
In the movie adaptation, definitely.
Yeah.
Theater of the mind.
But she's there and she's holding a pie in one hand. Hi, Bolgo. I actually thought you'd be coming to this room much sooner.
Well, I thought there was a decent chance that my room involved food, but almost a 100% chance that Leo's room involved food. So
You're smarter than the fates give you credit for, Bolgo. Let them keep underestimating you.
Totally what I wanted to say.
She kind of takes the pie and she'll keep talking to you as she like turns around to set the pie on one of the shelves with all the others. Look, Bolgo, each of these challenges is based off your wants and fears and abilities, and well, she turns back towards you. Bolgo, you're much simpler than all of this. There's no riddle here or puzzle. Because, well, the fates looked into you and all they saw was, and she kind of gestures at all the pies and sweets and cakes and maybe some hams.
Bolgo sits down and kind of looks off contemplatively. Sometimes Bolgo looks into himself and that's all he sees. It can be a chilling reality.
Well, it is best for things to chill. You don't want to eat a pie when it's too hot. But, Bolgo, there's other advantages to you. I think you'll figure them out in a moment. And all the pies begin, like, and foods and various things begin, like, rattling on their shelves. Gorgana yells snakes and turns into snakes again.
Corwin rushes forward to try to pet as many as he can before they
The food starts falling to the ground, like clattering and splattering. And
No, 5-second rule. Bolgo is going to start as the food hits the ground. He's going to try and try and start eating.
Yeah, you start trying to eat a bunch of it, Bolgo. As Bolgo's busy running around trying to eat all of it, the rest of you who aren't quite as distracted, the food Bolgo isn't eating, the piles of mush of broken food and stuff begin pulling themselves over into one corner of the room.
Please, look, if there's anything subtle about my trial, please let me know. I'm rather single-minded.
It begins rising up.
Look, Bogo, stop eating. Look.
Look, more food in the corner.
Smack him in the back.
You turn around, and the best way to describe it is it's like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs if it was made of pies instead of pizza.
Pastry the Hut.
Yes, Pastry the Hut.
Bolgo's voice goes like much more gravelly than always, like, delicious food, and he lets out a roar unlike you've heard from him before.
Full bear roar. Bolgo, give me an initiative roll.
Yeah. That's a D20, right?
It's a D6 for initiative.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
They go old school initiative.
Oh, I just closed my character sheet by accident. I got a 2.
A 2. I got a 5.
That's a little better.
Only marginal.
This thing begins moving forward. Luckily, it only gets one action. Because monsters in this game, the more powerful they are, the more likely they are to get multiple actions. It goes, and with a piping hot pie fist, it goes to take a swing at Bolgo.
Think like full-on Revenant Bear going on here.
It rolled a 6, but it has +8 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the big fight of all of them. So
That
6
makes
plus
sense.
8 is a 14 versus AC. Does that
My
hit
AC
Volga?
is 12.
All right, this, I need to get a second D6. Also, this thing, it is large enough when it goes to swing, it swings at a 10-foot reach. As it
Ooh.
kind of like clay faces the crust and various food at you.
Oh, it sounds so good.
Ooh, ow. Bolgo's going to be in a tough spot, y'all. 11 damage.
All right, Bolgo has a toughness of 2.
Okay,
he
so
only takes-
drop it by 2. So it's
Right.
now 9 damage.
So it's 9 damage. He has 15 hit points, so that's more than half his life. So I
Which
think
means
that
you need
there's-
to make a crit save.
Right.
Can we just acknowledge that the damage reduction was from him eating part of what was thrown at him?
I maybe shouldn't have stopped him from eating. No.
Tries to block it with his mouth.
All right. Okay, this is a critical save, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm trying to roll under a 9. I got a 17.
Ouch. All right. Quickly
What'd
double
it do?
Let's say I need to quickly double check what happens on the failed critical. Because
Yeah, die.
hadn't happened.
Wait, I'm going to use one of my hero points and try and re-roll that.
Awesome.
Let's try not to die, right? That sounds
Yeah.
cool. A 4 this time.
Cool.
Bolgo's invincible.
All right. Bolgo just gets hit for 11 damage. You guys see a freight train of pie hit Bolgo. It's now the group's initiative turn. You guys can decide what you want to do against this thing.
So before that, as a reaction to taking damage, can I go into my rage?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Pie rage.
The pie hits Bolgo and he just goes and stands up full on bear and is just like growling like a mofo. Like he is a wild bear right now. There's no
All right.
I is not
no
allowed to
dialogue.
hit me. I hit pie. That's how
I was
this
gonna say,
works.
how do you want to attack him? I believe you also have like claws and stuff. Depending on as a bear man.
I definitely have claws.
Yeah.
You
But
eat
you
with
have your
fork.
swords, so I don't know how much you're gonna RP into this. If you're gonna draw the blades,
Well,
if Bolgo's just going
I
ham
could
on
see
this
Bolgo
hand.
just like being bear for this
Yeah.
one, you know. But I want to look up exactly what the
What the rage does.
what the rage does. Yeah, because it's once per day. I must take damage or see an ally take damage to go into a rage. When you rage, you get toughness +2, +3 strength, 10 additional hit points. You can exceed your maximum hit HP, become fearless, and this lasts for 2d6 rounds or until the fight ends.
Yep.
Once it ends, you are at disadvantage on all rolls for the next 2d6 rounds. So, would you like me to roll 2d6?
Yes, roll 2d6.
I got 8.
8. Cool. I'll just make that a note.
Yeah. So wait, what did we figure? Oh yeah, I re-rolled it, so I succeeded at the critical roll.
Yes.
I guess Bolgo will probably take the first attack, and he's just gonna swipe with his bear claws at the
All right. Make an
at
attack.
the big old pie monster, Jabba the Pie thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the +3 strength, does that increase the? Oh yeah, because my attack bonus is +2/+3, and I think the +3 is when I'm
+3's
raging.
after. Yeah. I
Okay,
calculated
so-
that because the scale shifts weird in OSR.
Makes sense. All right, I got a 16, which
You
is
hit.
a 19.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit.
Oh yeah. And I will do claws or D4 damage.
Yep.
So that'll be D4 plus
Your strength modifier.
4 now, I think,
Yep.
right? Which is 7 damage.
7 damage. Here's the beautiful thing. It's pie. It's meant to be eaten. Which means your claws and natural weapons are incredibly effective against it. It does 14 damage.
Yes. So I just smack some pies and roar into the sky.
Yeah. All right. What does anyone else want to do?
I think this pie looks a little runny and needs to be cooked a little more. This pie was not in the oven long enough.
Yep.
So I'm going to take some hat fire.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it at the pie.
All right.
Only the best for Bolgo. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. It's only 6 damage now. 3 damage.
3 damage. However, this thing, you can burn food. It actually does have a weakness to fire.
Ah.
Dream Team. I cook them up. You eat them down.
All right.
He was already baked.
Yanto, what do you want to do in this situation?
Yeah, I am going to pull up my staff and I'm going to swing a stick at it.
All right, swing a stick at it.
All right. Let's see. And it's D20 roll.
Yep, with your attack bonus, your melee attack bonus.
With yeah, that about that. So I rolled a 10. My melee attack bonus is -1.
So a 9. So you whiff that thing. You're in the corner, just like.
Yeah, I'm full Star Wars kidding. You know?
Yeah. All right, Ellen, what do you want to do?
Well, seeing Yanto's impressive staff display, I'm going to try the same.
I want to be just like Yanto when I grow up.
You guys are both over in the corner, like making lightsaber sounds.
While a
Best
bear
part
tears
is-
apart a pie golem.
Best part is someone just starts playing Thomas the Tank Engine's intro.
That's a 13, and is it -1 because I'm anxious?
Yes, a 12 hits.
Okay. I don't know the damage for a staff. I don't have it on my.
That. I want to. It's either a D4 or a D6.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I should have put it on your sheet. Quickly. There we go. Equipment, melee weapons, staff. Quarter staff. Oh, there we go. Staff. Oh, it's a D6. So D6 modified by your strength modifier.
Which is nothing. Oh, that was a 1. That was a big 1 damage.
Oh no.
Hey, don't feel so bad because you're going to find something out. Your staff's not magical.
No.
You hit into this gooey dough and it just... And the dough kind of... And food kind of gloops around and your staff goes straight through the thing as it just kind of... Completely unfazed.
Only we had a
Yeah,
magical
Bolgo, this would have been real bad if you drew your swords, by the way.
Nice.
Corwin would be like, he would look at Alfonso and be like, Alfonso, igneous or whatever, and light his arrows on fire and then put them in the bow and let them go, you know?
Nice.
All right. Yeah, fire it with flaming arrows.
Okay. Let's see here. I get a +3 for range. 14.
14 hits.
Okay, and what is the damage?
Well,
So many
I was going to say, the arrows aren't going to do any damage, but the fire will do 1 damage. So that gets doubled to 2 because he's immune to non-magical weapons.
Okay.
But that does 2 damage to it, which will hurt it. All right,
Yes,
and
good.
then Goggle, anything you want to do? You're muted.
Goggle doggle.
Oh,
I haven't been unmuted. I have a sword.
you
It's magic. It's the
Oh, yeah.
sword that produces light.
This is a sword you
Cost me
made,
one
right?
Constitution.
Yeah.
A lightsaber.
Nice. So you guys are making lightsaber noises, and he has a lightsaber.
Vroom, 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 and he's just...
It doesn't make any noise. It's just a sword.
Yeah.
And I'm Chewbacca.
Yes.
Can I be Leia? No.
Damn it, we gotta play Dark Matter after this one now. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Rolling to hit.
All right.
Uh, 12 plus 2, so it's 14.
Hit. You hit.
Yay! That's... Yeah, grab my damage.
Who's our helper?
Right, that is 6 plus 2.
8.
So 8.
Nice.
All right, everyone has gone. Bolgo, roll a d6 with your initiative modifier.
All right.
Do better.
Got a 5 this time.
You're pretty good. I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, how the tables have turned.
I'd like to say, with my flame shot thing, when I hit things, they catch on fire.
oh, it does ignite them.
and they take 1 point of fire damage at the beginning of each subsequent round.
Yes. They take 1, and then they take 2, and then they take 3. Yeah. No, that's a good point. All right, so beginning of the round, he takes that, and he's weak to fire, so that got doubled, so he takes 2 damage. All right, Bolgo.
Flaming pie golem now.
You're raging.
Bolgo is full on auto, he's on autopilot right now. His rage and his hunger has taken over, and he's just like, Bolgo's so hungry, and he just is going to just bite attack into this sandwich man. I mean, no, he's not a sandwich, but you know what I mean.
Parts of him can be sandwich.
He's pies and he's food, and Bolgo is going to eat him.
Yeah, designing these encounters, they're like, Bolgo just needs a fight. Just a big fight.
Yeah, I'm a big bear. Okay, so that is a 12.
You matched.
Does that mean I hit or not?
You hit.
Yes. All right, so my bite is just a D4, but I will do the D4 plus 4 as normal.
Oh.
Which is 6.
Cool. He's vulnerable to being eaten, and he had 8 hit points, which means you were gonna devour him either way.
Yeah. So
you deal
Bolgo
12.
just
you're done.
Bolgo just jams more of them into his mouth and just roaring between handfuls of bakery stuff.
Covered in fruit jellies and stuff all over. His fur's so sticky.
I'm like, I hope we can calm him down after this.
He'll tire himself out.
6 rounds later,
Bolgo finishes eating the whole thing and just kind of, and then curls up in a ball and just goes to sleep.
We're briefly reminded of what brought him here in the first place.
Bolgo, as you fall asleep, you cough and choke a little bit. I'm not gonna have you search for it. Bolgo probably ate it as he hacks up the key. It is quite slimy.
Plenty of jelly.
No, it's just Bolgo at this point.
Oh.
I feel like everyone would come over and place a blanket over him and be like, there.
Thank you, nice petty elf.
I'm gonna take all that fire. That's probably. I assume the room was a little bit on fire at this point.
That's a fair assumption.
I'm gonna move into the corner and pull all the fire to me and set myself on fire.
Cool.
Because I can heal myself with that. So
Yeah.
I have a few damage from last session. I forgot I had that ability, so I was just looking at my character sheet. This is why we should read our character sheets, everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Anytime you're engulfed in flames, you can heal.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
insane.
But everyone adjacent to me takes 2 damage, so don't stand too close.
Yeah, so get away from them.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So I got 10 additional hit points when I raged.
I will say if they don't go above your max, you healed.
Okay, so they went 1 above my max. So should I reset to my max? I
Yeah,
think
you're
that
just
would-
reset to your max.
All right. I
Because
think that
there's
makes
nothing
sense.
in the rules that says they're temporary.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't say
yeah.
that. It says you gain them and you can. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I'd be like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I like the concept of a barbarian essentially healing once they rage. It works.
And I can only do it once per day. So.
Yeah, it might as well be really good.
Well, Bolgo will sleep as long as you guys will let him.
Right. I feel like maybe we give him a little bit.
Give him like a nice 20-minute nap. We could all use a little downtime.
Right.
20 minutes later. All right, let's go.
There he is. There's our big guy. Pat him on the back.
Right. I feel like
only punctual nap.
Right. I feel like Corwin the whole time has been like talking to Alfonso and like petting him.
All right, I've got my key. And Bolgo will pick up his key in his big bear paw and lumber out the door.
Yeah. Bolgo on one side of Bolgo's key is Bolgo roaring. On the other side is actually just a pie.
No. Real.
Oh, no, don't need the key again. We might have to wait for it this time.
I already tried it once. It wasn't good.
All right, so you guys have
my door.
You have one door left. Your door has etchings along the frame of the door.
It's a trap.
You say that, but it actually could be.
Well, do your thing.
Touch the door.
It
Let's go in.
creaks open.
All right.
All right, I'm going in.
The door is pitch black. Beyond the door is pitch black.
You
a
said
sword
in
that
the
produces light.
in the main room, you said there were like blue fire torches, right?
Yeah.
Can I grab a couple of those?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well,
I
aren't
thought
you
you were
still
about to
on
be
fire?
juggling.
Yeah, you're on fire too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's called 3
I wanna
for
make
3.
sure everyone can see. And blue fire is way cooler than the fire that I have.
Actually, it's hotter.
All right.
Actually, it's cooler.
And it's way hotter.
One sec. So everybody's
Trust
going
me.
to go in. You guys have lots of torches.
I'm just carrying like an armload of torches.
Right.
They're all lit, and I'm just like,
warm. Like-
we might need these.
Us dark visioners are like, no, whatever.
Right.
Then I start hucking torches into the room to like.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's...
I can stop fires with the snap of my fingers. It's not a big deal.
Okay, do whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah, I like it.
You cooked your family, so.
Right, that is.
Mama.
Spit roast.
Ew.
All right. Everybody going in.
Uh-oh. I don't like hearing the dice at the table.
Yeah.
All just being subjected to things randomly.
Start running into the dark room. Yeah.
This is my trial. It's just being subjected to random shit.
Of course, this pen's. There it goes.
It would be highly appropriate for me, all things considered.
Rhoda. Win. Alright, so I got Bolgo, Oriana, Leo. Oh, duh, of course, I forgot Yanto. Alright.
Of course.
So, I need everyone to make a spot check when you come in. As you guys come in, the torches work in here. Everything's flickering. It's a perfectly round room. The torches cascading your shadows all over as they kind of flicker off these walls. The center of the room is a pedestal with a glass case with locks around it. Inside the glass case is the key.
Spot is what?
Spot is wisdom. So a d20 plus your wisdom, and then some races have bonuses to spot or listen.
Yeah, I've got. For some reason, I only have the bonus to spot and listen.
Yeah,
But
it's not
listed on
actually
the-
a skill. It's just a circumstance.
Got it. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Ooh.
I
got a
nice
9.
Solid 12.
I also got a dirty 20.
Got 16.
I got 16, except -1 because I'm anxious.
So anxious, I can't notice these things.
Now, these
Yeah.
things have +8 to stealth, and I rolled a 14. So that is 22.
Oh.
So none of
In
us
other words-
succeed.
In other words, we can go to hell.
Oh no.
As you guys
Are
are
they
there,
undead?
Yanto, you sense undead now. They weren't there at first. But you realize you're now surrounded by undead. You rolled a 20, so
Yeah.
you missed it by 2. I'm going to have you realize it as everyone's shadows are starting to move towards their people, peeling away from the walls. Yanto, you can roll initiative this round.
Okay.
No one else can.
We'll see how this goes. I roll.
Ooh,
See, my...
it's unlikely. I rolled a 6 and they have +3.
Okay, well, I rolled a 6 and I have
+5,
zero.
right?
Zero.
Plus
Plus zero.
none.
I got +10. Jeez. All right. So you can react this round. However, they are going move, and it's going to be rough. All right. So the shadows are going to make contact with everybody, except I'm going to give the one trying to make contact with Yanto disadvantage because it would think it's hidden, and you can actually react to it. So first I'll roll Yanto's. All right. 5 plus what's it? Oh, they don't have a bonus to hit. That's where their
Yes.
weakness is. So it's a 5 versus
Against
your
my
AC.
AC?
Yeah.
My AC is 11.
You're good. All right, now I'm just going to move down. Hey, Yanto is actually first. So Bolgo, you're unaware, so you'll get advantage this round.
Oh god.
17 versus AC, Bolgo.
My AC is 12, I believe. Yeah.
You feel a coldness. I need you to roll versus critical.
Okay. I got a 1.
Good. You feel this coldness as you're not busy being distracted by anything. There is a shadow of a bear's paw on your shoulder. All right.
I'm the only bear here.
Alina, 19 versus AC. I need you to roll versus critical.
Who is this?
So-
Is this me?
Oh, Orona. Sorry, for some reason I said
Oriana.
Alina.
Oriana.
Oriana.
All right.
Oh,
I think your
it's
mic,
because
like,
I
chopped a little
misspelled
bit,
it.
too.
I think I misspelled it. I wrote Oriona.
Oh.
Oriana. That makes a lot more sense.
Well, I got a natural 20, which is not what I
Oh.
wanted.
That is naturally terrible.
But that's gotta like throw off your internal like systems a little bit. You see a
Oh,
20
yeah.
and part of you's
Yeah.
like,
What is your strength score?
11.
Well, it is now an 8.
That's okay. I don't need it anyway.
If it drops to 0, you die.
Oh, good. Good to know.
maybe you got 8 left.
It's like a whole extra pool of hit points. Who cares?
Leo. 11 versus AC.
Miss. I'm too fiery.
All right. Corwin. 17 versus AC. That should hit.
You're muted, Andy.
You're muted, Andy. Roll save versus critical.
It is a hit. No. Oh, wait, no. Roll lower. 3. Yes. Okay.
Yay, you're good this round. And then finally, Rhoda. 7 versus AC.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
I've got the highest AC here.
You got Rhoda. This is a locked dome. Picking locks is sleight of hand.
I have a question, Bobby.
What's up?
I have a skill called Subterfuge. Is that not the picking lock skill?
Nope.
Okay.
Subterfuge is the lying and deceit.
Oh, okay. I should read the actual book rather than just the character sheets.
All right, but now...
Do we roll initiative for the
I was
next
going to
round?
say, well, actually, someone gets to act first. Yanto gets to act.
Okay. Let's see. How about not today, Satan? And I guess I'll just I'll swing my staff at it to try and shoo it away. Let's see how well I do. Okay. Okay. So a d20 plus my melee bonus, which is -1. So that's a 16.
That is amazing to hit him. Your wooden staff goes straight through an incorporeal shadow.
Yeah. Seems like that would probably happen, yeah.
Yeah. Immune to non-magical weapons, so yeah. All right.
I wonder if a light sword kills them.
All right. Now, Rhoda, give me an initiative roll for the group.
All right. Forgot that I was holding a boggle die. Hang on a second. So I'm assuming that B doesn't help. Okay, so initiative, where's that on the... Okay, initiative bonus 1, so I got a 6.
I rolled a 4. You guys go first.
All right.
All right. I've got a sword of light.
Yeah.
I don't know where Satan is, but it's there somewhere, and I'm going to swing.
Yeah, you guys are now aware of them. Attacking you
Okay.
has revealed them. They're three-dimensional shadows.
Okay. That is a 19.
19 hits.
And damage is a 3.
Okay.
With my magic sword.
It
of light.
affects it, and it hurts it.
Oh,
Alright.
it's not a 1 kill.
Ellen, what do you want to do?
Okay. Having felt it attack me, would I feel that it is
You
undead?
feel weakened. Yeah. You're familiar. You're a mystic. You're familiar with this. Yeah, this thing's draining your life force out of you.
So I would hazard undead?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
Fair assumption.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn around and use heal on it.
Nice.
Old school.
Say
So-
double check it saves. Oh no. All right. So it's saved. Failed its save. Roll damage
All right.
because it saves versus magic.
4 damage.
4 damage on yours. Oh, yours is actually one of the weaker ones.
Oh,
So,
good.
all right. Corwin, what do you want to do?
So I know that this thing has attacked me. I am going to try to get out of arm's reach of it first. Can I make like an athletics to make it all fancy?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
Yeah.
So I feel like I tumble out of the way and I draw my dagger and again try to get and this will probably be it for my turn, but get Alfonso to light it on fire. But my character is an apothecary, so I feel like he's got like weird oils and things, so he like coats it in an oil.
You
and
can
then-
give me an alchemy roll to see if you have it. It'll be a DC 15.
natural 20.
Cool. Then you have 5 doses
Okay,
of
awesome.
oil. All right, so you light your weapon on fire with the oil.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bulgo.
So I think even though we've established that they don't take damage from non-magical sources, I still think Bulgo probably his instincts are just like oh god, and you're just gonna like take a whack at it.
You can roll the hit, but you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I roll. I probably hit, but his paw just goes, and he's like, oh. I should have seen that coming.
All right, Yanto.
Yanto's gonna go, right, how? Okay. Would I know, is it? Nah, I'll do it anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna try and charm person.
Nice.
It's like, whoa! Shouldn't we? You're my shadow. Shouldn't we be working together?
I'm actually quickly look at charm person to see if I can give you leeway for this because I like this idea.
I think it should work for him on Undead, maybe.
He sees them as a
all right.
person, and that's important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I will 100% say this normally can't work because this thing has more hit dice than you, but it's supposed to be your shadow, so it makes sense that it's the same level as you anyways. And it failed its save. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll just... I gotta keep doing Yanto voices now. Fuck you, Eric. You're right.
See, isn't this better that we're now friends again?
I want to be attached to your feet again.
Yes, we'll sew that you back on. I'll get some thread and needle.
That's cool. I just like feet.
Hmm?
Oh, how very
All right.
sad of you.
We're learning more about Yanto than we wanted to know.
What about Yanto's shadow? It might not.
I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing.
Leo.
Yanto's opinion. Feet have an acquired flavor.
So yeah, Leo like spins around because his shadow attacked him. And I said that he was just like hucking torches into this room.
Yeah.
So there's like a torch with his shadows between him and a torch. And he's gonna be like, haha, gotcha. And like point at the torch so the flame shoots from it into the back of his shadow.
Gotcha.
He thinks it's cool, at least. Worst case scenario, it goes through the shadow and hits Leo, which doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's a really bad roll. I'm going to spend more of my hero points, because I have a few of those.
Yeah, you got to do cool stuff. If you don't use hero points to do cool stuff,
What's
what are
the
they
point?
for?
Yeah, what are they
That's
for?
a much better roll. That's a 15.
You hit.
Okay. For 4 damage.
All right. They then get to go.
Does the fire seem to affect it?
It does, but it's going to act like it doesn't.
Okay.
As
But it doesn't just like does the fire pass through it?
Mm-mm. It hit.
Okay.
It makes
It
contact.
hits it. Okay.
As it's gonna just be like, you know that doesn't affect us. And he touches you at an 18, so I need you to save versus critical.
Stop touching me. Rolled a 2.
2, so you succeed. Bolgo's shadow just roars. 5 versus AC.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah, no.
Hope
It's a
not.
shocker.
I swipe at it. It swipes at me. We're just like, neither of us are very good at this fight.
Corwin's shadow, while having mimicked Corwin, doesn't. Oh man, that actually means that there's a shadow of Esteban too. So it's gonna send Esteban's shadow over. It'll just count as one entity though.
Oh, it's Alfonso.
Or
but
Alfonso.
or the shadow could be Esteban.
It could be the shadow.
Shadow Esteban.
All right, 7 or not 7, 17 versus AC. So that should hit. So give me a roll versus critical.
Recently looked at the saving throws for other characters. And I was,
So I'm gonna assume that without looking.
What is your strength score?
Not very high. It is 8, so a -1. I'm a weakling.
Well, it is now a 6.
still -1.
It's still -1. The one
I-
on Yanto just So I can't really hurt these other guys, but we can hang out. The one on Rhoda is going to try and strangle Rhoda. Roll an 18. Oh my god, I need to retire
That actually
this
makes
guy.
it.
Yeah. So give me a save versus critical.
That is a 6. I succeed.
All right. And then finally, the one on Oriana is going to reach out with like shadow tentacles, trying to touch, but rolls a 5.
Yay.
All right.
It's the first time the shadow's using tentacles.
Rhoda, roll initiative for the group because this is your room.
That is a 6.
4. You guys go first.
Okay. Who starts?
That's up to you guys. Whoever has an idea of what they want to do can.
Well, I still have a magic sword,
ability.
Yeah.
so I'm going to swing.
Yep.
I'm going to assume that a 20 will hit.
A 20 will hit.
Yeah.
Rolling damage. And that is a 6. It is magical.
All right, roll a 6. That does not take it out, but it is horribly weakened. It begins flickering. All right, our casters, because you guys are the most likely ones. Anything you guys want to do?
Yeah, I want to pick up one of the many torches that were thrown into this room and just like yeet it at the shadow of Bolgar.
Okay. Yeah, Volgo. Yeah, you can give me a ranged attack. That's fine.
All right, ranged attack. I don't have any skill with that.
No
So-
skill as a torch juggler.
So if I'm unskilled, well, I have combat training, but I don't have.
That does not specifically. You only have combat training at rank 1.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give you
Does it minus anything because I'm untrained?
Yeah, that's what I was actually about to pull up. Efficiency bonus. Improvised weapon. So it's a -3 for an improvised weapon.
Okay, so that'd be 15.
Okay. You could have been like, I rolled an 18. Like, there are the penalties.
Well, I didn't know what it was. It was like
Yeah, no.
-6 or whatever.
Yeah. No, you hit him. Roll a d4 for the one on Bolgo.
I got a 4.
All right. Bolgo's one gets hit with a flaming torch and takes 4 fire damage. Oriana.
I'm gonna try heal again and see if I can kill this thing.
Okay. So that's what it say. Yeah, that failed.
Yes. Okay. 5.
5. It had 3 hit points, so it explodes into light. You no longer have a shadow in this room.
Perfect.
All right, Corwin, you have your lit arrow. This thing is in melee with you, though, so it's up in your face.
Right, and so I actually changed my mind about what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna.
Oh no,
take
you lit your blade on fire. Never mind.
Yeah. I am going to take one of the extra vials of oil and smash it on this thing, and then hit him with my dagger.
Okay, yeah. You want to burn an extra vial of oil? I'm cool with that. So give me an attack roll.
Oh, 18, yay.
18, nice. Roll your damage for the attack, and then it's going to be engulfed, so it's going to take fire damage every round.
And my basic.
I mean, lighting the shadow on fire now means just turn off all the lights so shadows don't exist is now impossible to happen. But
yeah, but who would know if that would work?
Yay, 1.
I mean, it worked in Reboot. 1 damage, you said?
I'm really good at this fighting thing. Lots
Take
of
1 damage at the start of its turn.
Hey, you're doing damage. It's good enough.
Right.
All right. Bolgo.
Bolgo is just going to be like, I don't want to fight you, Shadow Bolgo, because I don't know how. And Bolgo is just going to like parry and try and back up and play defensively because he can't seem to touch
You can go
these.
defensive. It gives you +4 AC.
That's what I'm doing. Bolgo goes defensive.
All right, Leo.
So is my shadow on fire?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you did hit him with the thing, so
Okay.
he would be on fire.
I'm just checking to make sure that they can be inflamed.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the same thing though. I'm gonna throw more fire at it.
Yep.
I'm just like probably like kind of like backing up, like a little bit scared, like nope, just throwing fire like wildly at it.
Can't cook this.
I can't cook shadows. I don't have a recipe for this. I don't know what to do. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Maybe you could use shadow in part of a reduction.
For max damage.
So
which is
6. All right. It's down to 3. All right. I think we have hit everyone, which means it's now the Shadow's turn. The one that just got hit with Corin takes 1 point of damage. The one that was ignited a round ago takes 2 points of damage. All right.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yonto's Shadow doesn't do anything. He just, wow, this is pretty intense.
They're just,
Yeah.
they're just
This whole
chilling.
place is crazy.
All right. Bolgo's one's gonna keep just bear roaring.
All right, we get it. You're a shadow of a
I was just-
I'm a shadow. I can't eat.
I'm sorry.
Just angry
It
now.
rolls a 5 to try and grab Bolgo. Which it's actually just like trying to grab Bolgo by the shoulders, just like
I can't eat.
Oh, man, I have
Bolgo
a
just
plan.
ducks and parries.
Alright. The one on Leo is going to make a desperate move against Leo as it's on fire. Rolling a 19.
That's a hit. Crit save?
Yep.
Ooh. That's a fail.
Alright, what's your strength score?
My strength was a 10.
It is now a 6 as it reduces 4 points.
Oof. Hard oof.
Alright.
6 is only a -1, luckily.
And I don't do anything with strength, so.
So, Corin, yours that is on fire and is not happy about it. It's gonna keep trying to get you. Rolls a 9. Should fail.
I just wanted to keep him warm.
And then Rhoda, yours continues trying. However, it is not doing well. It rolled a 10. Shouldn't hit.
Nope.
Rhoda, roll initiative.
I rolled a 6, so that's a 7.
Nice. I rolled a 5, so you're good.
Okay.
All right. So Rhoda, you got the light sword. We'll do you first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit.
Hits.
Okay. Does 10 kill it?
10 kills it.
Now I get the max damage.
All right. Yanto, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna just pick up another torch. He brought a lot of them.
That's what I brought the arm load.
Yeah, it's all I got. I roll, so it was -3.
-3.
All right, so that's only an 11.
11 matches. You hit.
Oh, okay. So
Nice.
Then that's another 4 damage to.
One on Bolgo. Oh, actually, I need to take a point of thing off of that because the one on Bolgo should be on fire after that. So another 4 damage.
Hooray.
All
Pick
right.
them up and hit them with them.
All right, Bolgo, what are you doing?
If he yelled, "Take one of these and hit them with them," then I'll be like, "All right, I'll try."
All right, yeah.
And
Do
reach-
you have combat training rank 2, right?
I have. Let me check. Yes, I have combat training, 1 rank and 1 bonus.
1 bonus, so it counts as rank 2, which means you no longer take improvised weapon penalties.
Nice. All right, so I will attack with a torch in my probably clubbed between both of my bare hands, because I bet I like have opposable thumbs, but like it's a little more convenient to like do double bear thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll club at one of them with a with a torch. Take this, Shadow Bolgo. And that is a 7.
Miss.
I'm gonna re-roll the hero point.
All right.
'Cause I like hitting things. That's a natural 20.
That's gonna double damage.
Sounds
like a hit. Yeah.
It's a
All right,
D4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. So
It's just swinging. It's just like Shadow Bolgo can eat this.
that's 12 damage. I'm just like,
Yeah, it explodes. It had 6 health. So if you didn't crit, it would have killed it, and then you crit.
nice.
You just
All
hear
right.
it hits. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So I think the only person left is Leo. If I'm
Yeah.
mistaken.
I was really proud of my original plan, so I just want to say it. I was going to throw down the food I had and hold fire over it so the food was casting a shadow to try and get Shadow Bolgo to go eat the shadow.
Oh,
I think that's a great idea.
That
But
would
he's
have
dead,
been
so-
amazing. I would have allowed that so hard.
So there's my shadow left, and who else's?
Mine.
Cora's shadow's left. Leo's shadow's left, but on fire and not looking too hot. And
Yeah, I feel
Yonto's
like-
shadow's left, but it's just like with Yonto. He has
Bros,
a shadow deck
We're
of
just getting
cards
on.
now.
Yeah, we're just
I might-
talking. It's like, so it was me, but entirely out of ham.
I know. I was there. I am your shadow.
I'm actually going to throw some fire at Corwin's shadow. Corwin?
Corwin. Yeah.
Corwin, yeah. 17.
Hits.
Ooh, attack rolls. 2 damage.
2 damage. All right, it's in their turn. Corwin's shadow takes 2 fire damage, which actually does hurt it a good bit. Your shadow burns up. So
That's
it's
what I was
just,
hoping for.
it's just Corwin's shadow left, effectively. It's going to...
And we're like tumbling around on the ground, like trying to hurt each other, and nothing is happening.
11 versus AC, Corwin.
I believe that is a no, but let me see. Hold on 1 second.
I was gonna say it's right in that range. I'm not positive.
12.
Okay, cool. You're good. So,
Oh no, I'm sorry. 14. I was looking at
oh,
this.
okay. Rhoda, roll initiative. This should be the last round of initiative.
Yeah, it's on the edges. Okay. That's a 3.
Well, I rolled a 2, so you're good.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so I guess first, Corwin, what do you want to do? Because you're wrestling the last carrot, the last shadow.
I'm going to try to like hold him off of me just enough for Alfonso to hit him with a little breath weapon of fire.
That works. Yeah, I'll roll for Alfonso then. Alfonso hit.
Yay!
Roll a d4.
One.
It leaves him with 4 health, and then when it becomes his turn, he'll have 1 health left. But Rhoda might actually do something about it.
Got a sword.
Yeah.
Got a sword.
There's a nat 20 hit.
Yes.
No.
No, it actually misses. So
Actually, all
Critical
criticals,
under.
all criticals actually hit the person they're tied to, so you just crit against.
Okay, so you said it has 4 health left?
Yep.
I don't even have to roll my strength
you're-
modifier.
Yeah, you're good with double damage. You just. Wow.
It
So,
vaporizes like an actual lightsaber.
so, like me, are they gonna kill me?
As we all.
I don't think we have to, unless you give us a reason to.
I have no desire to give you a reason to.
Then I have no desire to kill you.
That's good. I mean, it's not like you could animate my body. I don't have one. It's
I know.
completely impractical.
As we all dust ourselves off and like turn.
Gonna go pick those locks.
Run, like, are you gonna kill me? Oh. Oh.
All right. Yeah. So give me a sleight of hand check. Since you guys didn't go in darkness, you don't have to take a blind penalty. So
Does a 22 hit?
A 22 gets the DC 15. You're good.
Nice.
Crack, crack, crack. You undo the locks. You now have access to the key.
I'm now curious. I would like to close the lock and see if the key opens the lock.
Sure.
Somebody made a mistake.
God damn.
Damn it, I locked my key in.
I hate when I lock my key in this box that holds a key.
What is Dungeon AAA? Like, come on.
Okay, let's go. I woke up at 6 this morning.
Dungeon version of AAA is just Guy Fieri because it's Triple D.
Full D.
All right, so as you guys come out, Lady Gorgana is there. Interesting. You succeeded, and none of you died. I'm quite proud.
Shouldn't be too surprised.
It's not that deadly.
I should also know, as you're walking out, Yanto, your shadow would start becoming two-dimensional as you step out. And it's your shadow. You guys have your shadows back.
Oh, okay. I'll say, do the rest of us not have shadows anymore? Because that'd be hilarious.
No, we get the
down
back
to this shadow. And it's just like, I'm watching you, Shadow Bolgo.
You hear a faint. But
scatter some nuts on the ground for him.
How are things? You know what the rooms all lead to. You want to open the door and descend down, or take a breather somewhere? Because it only gets harder from here.
Oh boy.
You guys want to take a rest?
Yeah.
I mean, Bolgo already took a nap, but fine.
Is there any food left in Bolgo's room?
Bolgo? Is there any food left in Bolgo's room?
I mean, I don't think so.
I was
If there is, Bolgo will take care of it.
Stains?
And even those have been licked.
There's some food back in my room still if you're hungry.
No. I think I have some trail rations in my bag. We want to sleep around the campfire.
All right.
Alright.
Campfire thing.
So, you guys have reached level 2.
How does this work?
That's what I was about to cover for you guys. I wanted to make sure I had everything right. 5 different... stuff I had memorized, and then I got real bad about it. I think it's at the beginning of the class area. So you guys do get your level 2 abilities for your class, which we'll go over class by class, but there's some other stuff that everybody gets, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
Hey.
I'm just going to search increase. I think that's further abilities is increased. There we go. Nope, that's just Scion Master. Fuck me.
Ooh, I get a spot bonus now.
Ooh. I can make my own fire instead of.
Oh, I think they're split into the specific areas. That's right.
I have no idea where you guys are looking.
I'm looking at
in the main
PDF.
handbook. Yeah.
I don't think I have that.
It is tagged. I do wish this thing had better bookmarks to handle this, as we're doing the so entertaining but also very accurate to OSR of let's just figure this out. Okay. So when you guys level, you get 2 extra points to go into saving throws. You can put 2 into one of your saving throws, or you can increase 2 saving throws by 1. Remember, saving throws are roll under, so you can pick 2 saving throws that get better, Your hit points pretty obvious. They go up based on your class, so we'll be going through that quickly. And then skills, I want to say you get skills based on your intelligence modifier. Quickly. Oh, you get 2 skill points plus your int modifier. So your int modifier can reduce the skill points you get, but you get 2 plus int modifier. You can't
I'm
go
pretty
above,
sure I just get 1.
Yeah, you can't get above rank 2 because you're level 2. That's why rank is its own column. So basically 2 plus int modifier, that's how many skills you can raise by 1.
That's awesome.
Well, quickly. Hey, thank you for the follow. Did not expect a follow while we're going over leveling. Right, so going through the classes, we'll quickly do this because the barbarian, you get.
I just had this
Oh.
up. It's like,
You had it up already?
yeah, it's like +2 to spot and +2 to spot, endless in checks, and +1 to melee damage.
Oh, everybody gets the same hit point increase. You increase your hit points by a d6 plus your con modifier. Minimum
Nice.
1 hit
Nice.
point.
All right, I'm rolling my d6 increase, or my, d6 increase. Oh, I got a 5. So that's 5 plus, I believe, 5. Maybe 4?
Plus 4. Because barbarian, or no, not plus. Let me get to barbarian. Barbarian's
Guys, I
got
just-
a specific bump to their hit points.
I just doubled my max health.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm at
Same.
14 now.
Wow.
Uh,
The thing I'm most surprised by is that I have more health than you.
Oh,
the
it's,
thing
it's
is,
just
I
plus
rolled
my con,
terribly.
right?
Yeah, plus your con modifier.
I rolled
Okay, so it's
terribly
just
on the
plus
first
1.
2 dice.
Okay. There you go.
So I'm at 21 hit points.
And then barbarian, you get +2 to initiative. You can't be surprised. +2 move. The Beastmaster, you will get advantage on your animal training checks from now on. Your dexterity and your charisma each go up by 1 point. And your companions have advantage on initiative and +1 to damage.
Nice.
Cinder Touched, you get to immolate 3 times per day. You set
That's
yourself
level
on
3,
fire.
I
Yeah.
believe.
Oh, sorry. You guys are level 2. I'm
I
reading
wish-
the wrong thing.
I wish it was
Ah.
that, because that ability is awesome.
Yeah.
Level 2.
Never mind. Ignore everything I said. You don't get +2
Wow.
to initiative and can't be surprised, Jordan. You get +2
Yeah.
to spot and listen and +1 melee damage.
I got
Uh,
mine too. I
yeah.
found it.
Yeah, Andy, you see through your companion's eyes now, which is the big one. You get the super fast run that the ranger has. All right, Cinder Touch, you create a flame at will. Oh, you can now create flames at will. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a big deal for your character.
And +1 to hit with my Fire Blast.
Plus
So that's
2
nice.
to attack with
Or
fire.
+2?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right.
No one's a fortune hunter. No one's a master at arms. No one took the mercenary, the monster hunter, the mystic. There we go. All right, mystic. You get +2 to your mental save stat, +1 to your intelligence score. You may now choose to step into the void when casting a spell to add your level to the spell's damage. Stepping into the void is a risky gamble where you kind of take your consciousness into other places. You also get 1 more spell per day. Or no, sorry, you get 2 more first level spells per day.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Oh, no, that's spells learned and 2 more per day. But yeah, you get to learn 2 more spells.
Cool.
On top of you have 2 more slots.
Awesome.
All right. Necromancer. You can now
get to
repel
Yep,
dead.
repel the dead.
All right. Oh, and you can choose to step into the void as well. All right. Ranger. Ranger, you get an extra language. You get +1 to initiative, +2 hit points, and +1
that's better.
and +1 to all attacks.
Ooh. I get +3 to hit with melee now.
Right.
All right.
And with that, any questions you guys have, we pinned in our Discord the PDF if you need to look stuff up. But you rest. Where are you guys choosing to rest again? The campfire, correct? Yeah. So
Which I can create on my own now.
Yeah.
There is one thing. As you guys are resting, when you wake up the next morning, several of the shrubs near the clearing have berries on them. Do you want
these
the
look
berries?
Hang on. Nobody touch that.
Okay.
Is this knowledge survival or knowledge nature? Or like wilderness survival, knowledge
Wilderness
nature?
survival will tell you if they're poisonous or not. Anything, if you're worried about it being fey, that would be knowledge, was it occult? Or arcana? Yeah, arcana.
Arcana, yeah.
I will use wilderness survival to see if they're poisonous or not. I'm a bear.
With three.
I probably know how to eat berries.
23 to know if these are poisonous.
All right. They are not. You also get a roll, Bogo, to see if you know without being told.
I also got a 23, actually.
I rolled a 17 Arcana to see what unnatural shenanigans are up with these berries.
Do you ever want to eat food offered to you in the Feywild?
Not typically.
Not typically.
Well, Bogo moves towards eating them.
Yeah.
Bogo, yeah, I have some fruit in my pack. Why don't you just eat this instead? These berries, they have some strings attached. And not the kind you want to eat.
Bogo doesn't like stringy berries, but this food
Nobody
better be
does.
good.
I mean, it's as good as berries, I guess. But
all right, it's a low bar, I admit.
Yeah.
One time Bogo ate a bunch of string, and for the next week.
I mean, string could be worse, for sure.
All right. But after that, as long as nobody eats the berries, you guys can leave. And you then open the door, the portal on the ground with your 6 keys.
Floor door. Yeah.
We each put our key in one by one.
It's very epic. Like,
2, 1, power up. No.
And then it just makes as the final thing ends up, it's just
As you all turn your keys, there is a flash of light. You're in a new cave. It's a large cave.
More caves.
You hear heavy breathing as red eyes light up not far from you that go from the ground and raise up about 20, 30 feet into the air. And that is where we will have the finale next week.
All right.
Survive that.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.